a bit of hype. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Now I'm done. And now live on Twitch, assuming that I'm already, yep, there's a live on Twitch. Should be going. Good there, because I do not want to be listening to myself in the Twitch. Sounds like an bitch. Anyways, welcome to Balloon Tower Defense 6. Somebody mentioned that it was free. Junko mentioned free. Junko. How the fuck do I sound? Now I sound like I've smoked too much. Do I? Who knows? Of course that's the shot that, yeah, of course that's the shot. And that one's also ass. Oh, that's funny. Hold on, let me just show what I'm talking about. I was just looking at my VODs. Look, ass, 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 ass. Hey, rocket science. Wow, so cool. Yeah, me saying super important things like ass. Anyways, I'm halfway through Nux's video. I had a bag of peanuts in front of my other. Yes, it just is now. OBS Studios from Cartoons Law Selection, Lydia Co, Ukraine War. I forget how much of like a niche that that's at. Now I got locked out of my. Let's bring up Twitter. I like how I said that this was going to be. I like how I said that I was going to be playing balloons. Okay, because I'm live to no. Yeah, concurrent viewers, nobody. So, just so that this is captured in the lovely VOD, time to eat some nuts.
We're going to take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start.
He actually just. I'm telling you.
Yeah, she's live.
I saw
Cool.
this. I literally saw this
Not
last
that I
time.
need to shout her out. She has a following. I'm just a rando.
When he actually made this fucking stream with this guy, he just actually plots out how these terrorists operate and glazes them the whole time. Like, this is unbelievably despicable shit.
Oh
like,
no,
I don't understand. Not only do I not understand how Twitch is involved, I don't understand how every leftist on the planet literally needs to put their fingers in their ears to promote him just because he's a leftist. Guys, this guy is a terrorist sympathizer. Okay? He is he's a monster. Okay? And the fact that people are still CNN crowns him freaking Joe Rogan of the left. What are you talking about?
Fucking
was that
sending in
Jihad Rogan.
Seems like I am in a bad spot.
Listen, they're not the same.
helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, They fucking look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter with the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake. They start overtaking the ship.
Yeah.
And they're like, guess what, dog? No
See,
more
you don't
trade
need
to
it. You don't need to
Israel.
see that
This
portion
ship
of the
isn't even
track
trading
because
to
the balloons will
Israel,
never
by the way.
get there.
By the way, that is
So I
the
have the
level
most
of
base
brain
here,
rot we're
boom,
dealing
I
with.
win.
Like, you think terrorist sympathizing is bad? Mix it with misinformation, and you get
Move this
Hamas
down
Piker
here,
over
'cause
here.
being round is
Terrorist
probably more important.
sympathizer extraordinaire. Do you see what's happening? This is not even making. I hope Ethan talks about this.
If you are
But
saying
yeah, midway through the
ships
video,
into
because
Israel, if
fuck
you
you
are
guys, you
owned
don't get
by an
context.
Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli,
This is owned,
Also,
this,
you
by
don't
the
need
way,
to see
this
if
is a ship
fast forward is
chartered by
on.
the
You can
Japanese.
tell that fast
It's
forward
not
is
owned
on.
by Israel in the slightest. Just in case you wanted a little bit of reality in your propaganda.
Well, I already lied.
corporation,
Hell yeah.
we're gonna take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore.
Awkward.
Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're gonna enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So let's
The funny thing is, this is not stopping Israel from doing anything in Gaza. Because this has nothing to do with Israel. They're just terrorists. He's just supporting terrorists and making up a whole fucking
LeMayo, I
backstory
see.
and cause for these guys. Like, dude, this is like, what is happening? Right before Doflamingo falls down, Oda writes him a whole backstory. That's what he's doing right now. He is writing a fake backstory in real time to make you sympathize with terrorists.
That's
review
fucking
his claims.
wild. I
His
can't
first
believe.
claim is
I mean,
that the boat is headed for
can't
Israel.
believe it, 'cause
It's
I've
not.
seen it,
It's
but,
going
like,
from Turkey.
Thank you.
It sounds
India.
controversial.
Oh, yes, because stopping a ship going from Turkey to India will definitely harm Israel.
Next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company.
Let's go!
And the boat's owners
Yeah.
are registered in the Isle
Oh
of
my gosh, a
Man.
person is here.
This was
But
an
he stopped by to watch me
entire
lose the
ass
balloon.
fan fiction. He gave a whole fan fiction
I really should just be sitting here.
to glaze terrorists.
You know,
Do you understand how
bit more
insane
of a
this
reason.
is?
I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year
Terrible.
now.
I
With
think they actually did get the crew
Welcome
back
to
at this
terrorist
point,
propaganda and
but it did take
balloons.
like a year until they got the crew back. So
the
I mean,
balloons of the illegal
still fucked up.
immigrants.
And at the
This
time
is
that
a Trump
Hassan made
echoes
this
border.
reaction, I don't think
Why am I
the
saying
crew was
this?
returned.
zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or
They kidnap people, innocent random
Nope, and
people,
gone.
going from
Nope,
Turkey to
something stuck
India.
anything.
That lines up with leftist values.
Yeah, let's go, Joe Rogan to the left, baby.
Hassan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters.
dude, this is
Hassan
crazy.
is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. How much is Qatar paying this guy to have these opinions? Listen, I'm not saying he's being sponsored by terrorists.
Oh,
All right, that was the end of the sentence. Moving on.
I never considered that.
Well, no,
That
he's
would be
also a
fucking
socialist,
wild.
though, so he probably wouldn't take money from them even if they offered. Even if the terrorists did offer him money, he would probably say, no. I'm a simple, humble socialist living in my $3 million mansion with my $200,000 Porsche.
Or
No,
mid.
I'm not calling it that. I'm just saying-
This is like a hostile. They're streaming this.
Yeah, they're flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand this is a deterrence.
A
Israel
deterrent to what? A deterrent to the Israelis on a Japanese chartered ship going from Turkey to India?
Israeli society is going to start getting upset. They're going to be like,
Even if it was a deterrent, it's not deterring shit. These are terrorists.
I can't get my treats. I can't get my Amazon Prime deliveries. What the fuck is going on? I hate this. Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
I find it disturbing that Hassan
Yeah, let them. They should just leave Israel. All the millions of Jews that were born in Israel and don't have a citizenship anywhere else, they should just leave Israel. Fantastic solution.
thinks that a slowdown of imports is going to cause Jews to flee Israel.
Yes.
80% of Israelis were born there and do not have
80% of the Jews in Israel were born in Israel. What the fuck do you want them to do?
citizenship anywhere else. So where do you want them to go, Hassan? Back to Poland or back to the Arab countries they were forced out of?
Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel. That's the goal.
By telling the Jews of Israel to
What a fantastic goal. See, at least he has solutions.
go back where they came from, Hassan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that 60% of Jews in Israel are actually native to the Middle East.
This is wild.
So these guys did all of this, right? They did all of this.
Is that their helicopter?
Yeah,
That looks like a legit helicopter.
it is a legit helicopter.
This is wild.
Dude, honestly, I'll just be real. I think every streamer that collabs and works, like this guy, this Nick guy over here, he doesn't know what he's getting into here. He has no idea. But I think that people have to be aware of what Hassan is doing. Like, I don't believe in canceling people by association. I'm not going to say just because someone is friends with Hassan or collabs with Hassan or whatever, they're a bad guy.
Oh yeah, that's better.
But they have to fucking
I
know
think zoning
that
into
this is
I
what
was
they
doing.
are propping up. I'm just saying.
They take it over. They take it over. They take it over. And they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews.
Oh.
And they're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face. Hassan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
Yep. That's what an average terrorist hijacking looks like. We got no problems with you. Everything is good. We're not gonna rape you. It's gonna be great.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over a year, prisoners to a terrorist organization. But don't worry, guys. Hassan says they have no problem with them.
They're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're.
I hate to see the people they do have problems with. If the people they don't
Oh,
have
no.
problems with, they kidnap and
fuck it up,
enslave
Chad?
for over a year. I hate to see the people that they do have problems with.
coming with us.
Like, at what point is it treason to keep praising terrorist organizations? Bro, this poor guy.
Oh yeah, you get it.
This is a 3-minute video of what do you mean a music video? When you use a music video, I'm expecting like, are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hassan.
Damn. What is going on?
Yeah, what
I'm
is
very
going on?
uncomfortable with this staring contest right now. Oh, God. Just saying, Donald Trump was banned on Twitch, but Hassan is not banned on Twitch.
What the fuck was that?
I just want you to be aware
Love
of
it.
that.
I bet Hassan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera. Let's see what he had to say.
Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hassan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Weird.
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious.
Very hilarious.
But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me.
Yeah.
But like, I just, and like, he was like, yo, they're such great dancers. Look how
Oh
good
my
I was
god.
like, okay. Wait, is that how it works? If you watch like a politics TikTok, you get recommended Hassan right after? Is that how it works?
Interesting.
Bro, he's all over this page.
Weird how that is. Yeah, it's kind of weird, kind of odd. Yeah, but
That's-
there's an alt-right pipeline, guys. Alt-right pipeline. No. Twitch is the alt-left pipeline. Amazon is the alt-left pipeline. Okay?
It's crazy. Click it. Dude, Hassan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another
Ooh, interesting.
incident of Hassan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
How much more? How much?
We need them jungle drums.
How can they not agree with the Houthis when this is the kind of music video that they're coming out with?
What the fuck?
They got a beautiful
What are you talking about?
voice too. Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude. The fucking mixtape.
What?
Oh, Hassan, my
What the
sweet,
fuck?
naive friend. You say that Jews don't sing and dance like that? Then what the fuck do you call this?
Oh, God. No, not the Miami Boys Choir, bro.
That's right, bitch. What the fuck you step on?
Yeah! Woo!
They be bowling right now.
Yeah,
They be
let's
bowling
get a
right now,
bunch of
Chad. Absolutely
13-year-old
amazing.
kids from the Miami Boys Choir. Hey, Houthi's been real quiet since this dropped.
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this drop, dude. The fucking mixtape.
The MLG in it. Egg. I fear it's peak chat.
You got a beautiful voice too. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
Houthis been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Wow, that was something. Didn't see that.
Now-
Did not expect this to be a segue in the. Did not expect that to be a segue in the content, Nuke.
We come to our sweet, beautiful, cute little TikTok twink. This hairless
go.
young man
TikTok twink.
is the fantasy of every tween and twix and all the boys and girls on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful eyes. They call him Timothy Chalamet because
He's a Houthi
he's
terrorist.
a Houthi.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Remember this, because he later denies it and calls him a random Yemeni teenager.
Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's so weird,
He's a propagandist sometimes. He's a journalist on his days off.
motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, "Why are you doing that?" Bro, you are going to get banned. I think it would be ridiculous to do that.
Hassan now has the opportunity to express his journalistic chops.
Yeah.
To get his boots on the ground and show us just how good of a reporter he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
Painful every time I hear him say that.
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes.
That's
yes.
so base, chat. That's so base, chat.
We love you too, man.
That's so
Big
base,
time.
chat.
Yeah.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemeni music videos. You can tell them that. I want to ask him about the knife. The knives are sick. What's up with the knives? You know, the curved
Up with
knives.
the
If one of
knives,
those
my
knives comes out
guy.
in front of you, it's not going back
Ripped out
until
with
it
the
has blood on it.
knives.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool, though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Why do you
Hold on
think
a
they'd
second,
be
Chad, I just
chilling
had an
with the
idea.
captains? Because they kidnapped them! Fucking terrorist sympathizing bitch.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
Win them over with their charm.
I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism.
Yeah, journalism is when I get a
journalism,
terrorist
chat.
on my stream and suck his dick in front of 300,000 people.
It's so
I'll
weird.
make a very loud
It's
noise
so
if I
weird.
drop it.
Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go, "Why are you doing that?"
Unless I
What
toss
do you
it
mean?
all the way
I'm
over
just
there.
chilling. We're just having
Oh,
a.
it's
We're just
amazing. I'm
we're just
sure you
vibing.
love- I'm sure you love
we're
that,
just, We're just
chat.
vibing. We're
And so
vibing
much
big
else.
time.
Hassan
That's the regular
uncritically
second.
interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to? Does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like
I
heard
agree.
they-
That's
Hassan
that is
almost
actually
Crews
wild.
that were kidnapped by terrorists, by the way.
Asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did qat with them, and he danced some music with them, and he
The captain that is kidnapped, by the way.
was vibing. So he likes him. Yeah.
So what, I
He
mean,
was
what-
vibing, chat.
That's so crazy.
You know
Are they
how we
just
make jokes about vibe
chilling with the
chicks?
captains?
You know,
Like,
if
I
they
don't
weren't
understand.
vibing, I think they
Ask
might pick
yourself,
their
Don't
vibe.
understand? Do you really not understand?
Why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that? Hassan knows
weird,
why.
weird.
Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over
Incredibly journalistic.
the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the U.S. government.
That's so funny.
It is super funny, the idea of
Hilarious.
kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to Americas and maybe some curse upon the Jews. And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for
Crazy.
somebody that loves terrorists.
That's so funny. Is there a KFC there? They're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
We must
Oh,
persist.
they do have KFC in Yemen? That's crazy.
Oh,
Okay,
shit,
that's
KFC
Do you
in
see
Yemen.
what's
We
happening?
want some Yemenis KFC.
Do you see how insane this is?
sick.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude! Holy fuck! There's a KFC in Yemen! He's just like us!
True. Journalism, baby.
Does he know what One Piece is?
What if he's been watching it since he was a kid?
Me when there's a piece of
way!
one.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking to a terrorist, right? You have to
Me when
realize
there's an
this. I have
entire
never seen terrorist propaganda this blatant in my life that wasn't directly coming from a terrorist organization. Do you realize how insane this is?
Actually sponsored
ISIS
by K.
videos got nothing on this guy.
I never actually
Yes,
considered that.
that's fire.
And,
That's
I'm
so fire.
That's
Oh
so
my
fire.
god. We think
I mean, whatever
not
their
the brightest
hostages,
up
but there's
there, but
KFC.
you know how
the
it goes.
Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing
is
what
this
Luffy
more?
would do. You should tell him that.
Right.
You guys all
Perhaps
remember
this,
Luffy's flag, right?
do
Well,
want
if you look at the back of this flag, it says "Death to America." You probably don't notice because of the animation budget. They only show you the front of the flag, but the back of the flag says "Death to America"
Back of the flag
and a
says-
curse upon the Jews.
I'm only halfway
course.
through that show, so maybe I just haven't come to it yet. But
No,
I do.
I'm about 10 chapters behind, so I could be wrong. I'm 10 chapters behind in One Piece. I've only read 1,070 chapters of One Piece, or however many there
do
are.
not remember
Yes,
Luffy's
same.
flag
I've
looking
only-
like this.
Yeah, weird.
I've
Predictably,
only
there was
read
some
about that much
blowback
as well.
after this interview, and Hassan went immediately into damage control to rewrite history.
Yep.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and
Yeah, a Yemeni person. Remember I told you to remember when he described him as a rebel?
not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if he's a Houthi or not.
Yeah.
He's a teenager in Yemen.
Weird.
The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate. He's not a
Weird.
Houthi rebel. They didn't fucking call him a Houthi either. You want to know why? Because he's not one. He's not a Houthi
He literally
Wait,
described
I had-
him as that.
himself. He's not a pirate, but... I don't think he's not a pirate. He has reiterated the
Right.
position that he is not a Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not a Houthi.
Bro is really good at rewriting history. Holy shit.
Houthi, be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I interviewed the dude who they still to this
Oh, that's
day
not what I
call
was
a
looking
Houthi
for.
terrorist.
That-
Tim Houthi's
oh.
not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi because he's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't you brand it as him being a Houthi interview though? Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean?
That's journalism,
All right, let's
guys.
just take
It's
Hassan's
crazy. It's literally insane. There's actual receipts, and he'll just be like, no, I'll just rewrite history for a minute.
word for it and assume, okay,
Right,
this kid is
different.
not a Houthi rebel. He's just some ordinary Yemen teenager. Let's go ahead and take a look at his social media and see if that lines
Oh, God. Is he going to show the picture of the guy with the pike in his asshole? Is he going there?
up.
All right, let's see here. Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hour.
That's pretty fucked up.
Ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom.
Uh-oh.
Maybe he's talking about football?
No. I think when he's referring to that, he's referring to... Oh, he's a terrorist.
Here he is singing a song with the words, "Do you threaten us with what we are waiting for, son of a Jew?" Meaning
I wonder what he could mean by that.
of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen, if you're not Jewish, there's nothing to fear. So he's not a terrorist, is what he's saying.
They are very afraid of this title. The execution
He's actually showing this, bro.
we will
By the way, do you know how Hassan support? Okay, this one, you think this is unacceptable, right? Nux, you son of a Jew. I mean, true. All right, listen. If you see this, the execution we will carry out on all Zionists shows a picture of a guy with a pike through his asshole and his mouth, right? Hassan actually defends this tweet. Okay? I hope Ethan shows that clip. Hassan defends this tweet, and he says, "You don't know that this guy on the pike is Jewish, though." You'll see. You'll see.
carry out
Can't
on
make this
all
shit up.
Zionists with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike.
pretty
Or,
bad.
how Hassan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would he retweet this article called "Houthis Use Social Media to Boost Global Prominence and Support"? Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv. The Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed
Not
to be a
enough for
cool
BB2.
military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying.
Yeah.
To every Zionist, I will
Yeah.
put this into
I mean, listen, there's a reason why the Biden administration was sending $50 million of condoms to Gaza. That is a real thing, by the way. Okay, watch my most recent video.
To your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy.
Yeah,
okay,
facts.
but hating Jews doesn't make you a...
I mean, at this point, you see a lot of people do that shit. It's very cool, very pog. A lot of people like that want to say they hate Jews, but they don't want to say that because that'll make them look anti-Semitic. So they'll just say they hate Zionists instead. It's like a catch-all term. It's been a pretty effective tool recently.
Houthi, are you a soldier? Yes.
No, listen. Yes could be interpreted in many different ways.
That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
No way!
Yeah.
No. Yes. That's fire. And that's so fire. Oh my God. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do.
Yeah.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
They're tweeting an image of a Jewish person on a pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance.
Oh my God, I'm so happy he's showing this clip.
Because he is a teenager in Yemen.
Terrorist.
Dude.
He's a terrorist. He's 19. Keeps calling him a teenager. He's just a kid. He's a 19-year-old adult terrorist.
Talk about the bigotry of low expectations. He's a kid in Yemen.
He's a kid in Yemen. Of course he wants all Jews to die. That's not racist at all.
Dude, what do you expect? Of course he's going to want to put a pike through a Jew's asshole and through his mouth.
True,
That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
Yeah.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that
I told you he makes this argument. I literally told you he makes this argument.
photo. Unless I saw something.
He wants to see if he's circumcised, is what he's saying. He's like, I can't tell if the man on the pike is circumcised. His nose is a little too small. You literally can't tell.
different.
Hassan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked, piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hassan? You know what?
I mean, the guy literally said it's Zionists, right?
Right, let me make it a little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose,
True.
right, Hassan?
He needs
of course,
a yarmulke.
he needs a yarmulke,
Nice.
the curly things.
Right, the curly
oh,
things.
look, Hassan, he dropped his dreidel.
Oh.
He must be Jewish for sure. Or, you know, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
Damn.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic.
Agreed. The conversation is idiotic. The most idiotic part of this conversation is the fact that it's still happening. And that Hassan is still able to get away with this and is still being glazed by everyone on the left.
It's not a Jewish person. He said, this is, I think if we're, why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweets? What is...
You know what? Don't worry, Hassan. Why don't you just... Oh, I don't know. Say that you don't support him. Say you don't support him. Say you don't support the Houthi terrorists, and everything will be fine.
I'm doing well.
Just condemn the Houthi terrorists. Oh, but he doesn't do that. He still doesn't do that. He still needs to gaslight people.
What's happening? How many steps removed are we from this situation?
0? I mean, you
platformed him and glazed him.
Formed him. Do you not remember? Did the check not clear something? When faced with fair criticism for his coverage of the Houthi Luffy, he has a total meltdown.
Yeah, why does he need to defend the terrorists that he promoted and never condemned? Interesting.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully got me to talk about this, and my patience is like... My patience is running thin on this matter.
What is he? My patience is thin. I hate when the terrorists I promote end up doing terrorism. Sort of.
The endless selfishness. The untapped well of American selfishness and
American selfishness. A classic American selfishness when your favorite streamer supports a terrorist.
Individualism is in full display. How is this the conversation that you want to have right now?
One of the most cynical methods Hassan deploys.
Why do you want to have the conversation that I'm supporting terrorists for years and getting away with it?
To sidestep any
would you
criticism
care?
is to deflect to the ongoing genocide in Gaza.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that argument every time. Yeah. It's like, why are we wasting time talking about how I am doing a horrible thing when we should be instead talking about the other horrible thing that's going on somewhere else?
Seen him do this so many
like,
times. He frames it like
I'm
you are selfish for trying to criticize him, no matter what the reason is, because there's a genocide happening, man. How can you criticize me at a time like this?
Claiming that I am, too pro-Houthi. When someone...
What do you mean too pro-Houthi? You shouldn't be pro-terrorist at all. Like, that's... Like, dude, your parents failed you.
Is like
Yep.
focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening.
Oh, yeah, true, yeah, you're right.
Also apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life. In the middle of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck, blow your nose, brother, love you, not trying to be mean, just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed, much love. Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks? You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid?
Dude,
Everything
crazy.
that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish
Weird.
people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide.
Right, this is the tolerant left when they see a Jewish person under attack. This is taking away from the ongoing genocide. I think we shouldn't talk about this.
In Gaza, if your sole focus when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
It's quite a charge to just say
Whoa.
I'm a stenographer of the Israeli government or I'm a propagandist. I don't think
wow,
there's any
never
evidence
thought.
I'm either of those things. I'm curious who you think I am doing
While
the
we're having
propaganda
this
for.
conversation,
Everyone else
3,000
live.
Pierce, while we're having this back and forth, 3,840 Palestinians have been ruthlessly slaughtered in the last incursion into Gaza. I feel like this is an incredibly selfish, self-centered conversation to have.
So why the fuck are you on this show? Why are you doing this show? Why are you doing all these streams? Like, this is insane.
29 out of 150.
This technique is so powerful because everyone is afraid of being labeled as a genocide denier. Pierce Morgan,
Okay,
with
I'll
decades of experience, immediately surrenders when the genocide card is pulled.
When you're just a fucking stenographer, you're not a truth teller.
He has every
Only
right to
primary
defend
language.
himself. And
Okay.
grow a pair, Pierce. Stand up for yourself, man.
That's easy.
It's time to stop being intimidated by these
okay.
online overnight activists.
Why did the population of Gaza go up during the genocide? Guys, we are not talking about that. We are making fun of Hassan and Hassan only. That is the purpose. We are not discussing a 3,000-year-old beef, okay? We're not getting into literally any of that. This is a moment of joy, okay? I want to take this moment and be happy that Hassan is eating shit. That is literally what we're doing today, okay? Let's not talk about anything that is not directly making my day better, which is Hassan eating shit. We can argue
Nope, I
about
already
every
fucked it.
political, geopolitical thing on the planet another time. Okay?
Who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th. Like,
Oh, dude, I love this clip. I know what he's gonna show. He's gonna show the clip trying to find the Houthi whatever.
Hassan, for example.
Doesn't know where Yemen is. Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm closing it.
All right, just for the record, guys, in case
Okay,
you're
fuck the
curious,
words.
this is Yemen. Okay, this little thing over here, that's Yemen. I'm pretty sure.
I'm closing it. I think I.
Oh no!
No.
Oh no!
Nope.
Oh, almost.
Nope.
Oh, he's close.
Nope.
Oh no! No!
Nope.
No! Oh, he clicked Israel that time when he tried to click on Yemen. Oh well.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
it's-
Nope.
Oh, he got it. I was wrong. I thought it was this one. It's this one. Yeah, well, you got it eventually. All right.
Lamea.
You see
We're
what's
awful
going on,
copter.
bro?
Got it.
Epic.
Got
How
it.
can you claim to actually care about this genocide when you're willing to so cynically exploit it to sidestep any criticism? What a bigot. Before we move on,
Man,
Hassan
I could
has
go-
one
I wonder
final
how hard
taste
I'd
of
get railed if I went
idiocy
into
for us
fucking-
all to enjoy.
Oh
Into
yeah,
the
yeah. This,
fucking-
yes.
This
That's
kid
what I'm going
the
for.
kid
is like
the 19-year-old terrorist kid.
he was like 19 at the time when I
Right.
talked to him.
Right.
Which means that
Right.
for most of his life,
Most of his
he
life.
has
Pardon me?
withstood genocide, right?
Which genocide by Saudi Arabia, by the way.
Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically.
Oh God, fuck! This clip is insane. Anne Frank is a Jewish girl that was murdered by the Nazis during the Holocaust. Okay, that's the comparison he's making. And also, Anne Frank, not a terrorist. Anne Frank
Hick.
wrote a diary about wanting peace and shit before she was murdered by the Nazis. Like, making this comparison between a terrorist and a someone who was murdered in the Holocaust is fucking crazy.
Basically, okay, being able to talk to
Okay,
Anne
let's
Frank
give value from
in
doing things.
real time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart.
That's what Anne Frank wrote right before the Nazis killed her. Okay? How the fuck do you make this comparison?
Anne Frank
Holy
continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life,
Except her dad.
except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence. And then there's this guy, who would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her.
Damn.
True.
You might think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hassan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including
pretty sure that didn't happen.
children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is no other way to describe this than terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically,
True.
he's participating in it.
He does.
He's enhancing it.
He does.
He is not just a conduit. He is an active participant who is disseminating it to more and more people. And
I have to look something up real quick. I'm just curious. Just curious if to look something up. I just wanna say yes. Okay. Trying to figure this out. You have to do some research here. I wonder if like any of this can actually. Yes, I see. Interesting. I don't know. That's weird. Oh shit, that's crazy. Oh my god, I can't believe this one. That's wild. Anyway, more research to be done later.
a way more consumable form. This is extremely fucked up. But why should he care? Their flag doesn't say death to fucking Turks. It says curse upon the Jews. Hassan likes to obfuscate on this and says nobody cares when Sean Penn interviewed El Chapo.
Sean Penn literally interviewed El Chapo.
There's a big difference between interviewing a terrorist and like actually like going back and forth and like fucking, you know, attacking them on their points and ideologies as opposed to literally glazing them and supporting them. I feel like it doesn't take a complete and utter retard to know the difference.
Exactly,
dude. Nobody is saying you can't have difficult conversations with controversial people. You just have to ask them hard questions, guys. We know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north.
Hezbollah.
It's Hezbollah. Woo! Where do I even begin? Thousands of civilians.
All right, so there was this thing about pagers that happened. I don't know if anyone remembers that story.
Millions have been killed globally from their terrorist acts, car bombs, and suicide attacks.
Yeah, no, there's a big difference between an interview and giving someone a blowjob live. Hassan doesn't understand the difference between these two.
They even assassinated the Lebanese prime minister.
That's pretty fucking bad, by the way. For those of you at home paying attention, assassinating the prime minister, that's pretty fucked up. It's pretty bad, pretty bad. They also, by the way, in case you were curious, contributed to the death of 1 million civilians in Syria. In case you wanted to know, these are not good guys, okay?
They've hijacked civilian.
They've also shot, you know, tens of thousands of missiles over the last decade into Israel.
Holy shit.
Into civilian areas.
Airplanes. They've shot 15,000 rockets into civilian centers.
Yeah. And literally, not just over the course of like the recent war, over the course of the last 10 years.
You can imagine. That's not even the worst things they've done.
Yeah,
they
true.
participated in
that's what I was talking about, yeah.
the slaughter of over 500,000 Syrian civilians.
I think it was like substantially more than 500,000. Still pretty fucking awful.
To help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately bombed over civilian centers, and they killed hundreds of thousands of civilians in what can only...
This is pretty bad. Dude, anyone that would support these guys is crazy. I would go as far as to say that they participated in a genocide.
Be described as a genocide.
Oh, damn. He literally took that one out of my mouth.
They are a designated terrorist group by the U.S., by the EU, and, oh yeah, the entire Arab League, which gave them that status after their participation in the Syrian genocide. In short, nobody likes them. Well, there is one person.
Hezbollah is a
that's
paramilitary
my Hassan.
organization.
Do we like them or no?
All right, do we like them? All right, this is a pretty easy question.
They are.
What the fuck's the head wave?
They're a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
Okay.
I do not like them then.
Yeah.
Well,
Fair.
like
Wow!
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
This is Hezbollah.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say. Biggest political streamer on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. This right here, guys. This guy knows what he's saying. I'm just saying. This is the Joe Rogan of the left, ladies and gentlemen.
Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah.
No,
According to
none of that.
Hassan Piker, this man...
Oh, he's dead, by the way. Huge dub for the world when this man got fucking murked.
As a brilliant freedom fighter. But before we get into that, let's see how he feels about Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai, Hassan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly or greedy than they are."
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with them.
I'm just saying, Ethan, me and you, the Jew cast, is gonna go crazy.
We search the entire world for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion. We would not find anyone like the Jew. Notice, I do not say Israeli.
All right, this guy made it very clear. I'm not talking about Israelis, I'm talking about Jews, all right? He made it pretty clear.
I don't have an issue with them.
If Jews all gathered in Israel, it will save us the trouble of going after them worldwide. The history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew. The murderers of the prophet. The Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with them.
Meanwhile, there's a book of in Yad Vashem in Israel. There's a book of 4.8 million names of people, of Jews that were killed by Nazis. But yeah, they totally made it all up.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Yeah, I can't believe you're calling Nasrallah base either. I didn't realize you were retarded. I only thought you were a terrorist sympathizer.
Listen, no.
You have to remember.
That's not a
You have to
hearing
remember
out,
something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example. And
yeah, he executes gay people, by the way.
you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million.
He reads books, but he executes gay people. He's cool. Knowledge.
Okay. Like, it's not it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude.
No, dude.
Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK.
You can hear it. You smell the cock on his breath right now.
Hey, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
What are you talking about?
This is why it's Orientalist.
Weird.
To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons, and like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows. It's crazy.
By the way, just saying, this guy, super woke Hassan, he's so woke, he calls Trump Hitler after glazing terrorists that participated in the death of 1 million Syrian.
Yeah, no, that's pretty
civilians.
insane.
Hello? Hello? Are we recognizing the irony?
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
Oh, so him executing gay people is cool now because he read
Knowledge.
books. Right, guy? Right, son? Right?
And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty
God, I love the fucking nuclear winter sounds in the background.
brilliant a person.
You know, honestly, if Trump actually decided to go full Hitler and kill Jews, Hassan might actually support him.
In terms of, like, everything
That's
that he's
insane.
done, you might not agree with his methods.
What do you mean his methods? Killed a million civilians, bro. Syrian civilians.
You might not agree with his attitude overall.
his attitude is
in
bad.
terms of like, in terms of his opinions on civil liberties and shit like that.
Last week, Nasrallah has said gay people, even if they do it once, are to be killed.
But ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
Knowledge.
I feel I've shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah is an evil terrorist organization, but have you considered this?
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
Oh, the only reason you hate them is because you're actually Islamophobic. They called you a phobe and an ist. They put an ist at the end of your word. You're a racist and a phobe. Therefore, I'm just saying.
Okay, that's what you meant to say.
Yes.
What you meant to say is they're Muslim.
That's of course what they were saying. Yeah.
So of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why Hassan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Yeah, it's because they also have not read books. So when he was talking about books, they were like, "What? That's crazy."
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important country in the world, the most moral nation, the most moral democracy on the planet, is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon including southern Beirut.
Why? Why are they doing that?
What did Lebanon do?
Great question, Nick. Great question. What did they do?
They just kind of were there.
They just kind of were there. Oh, and also they shot 15,000 missiles into civilian neighborhoods.
They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Even as someone who's critical of Israel, this retelling is fucking insane.
That's
They just
so
kind of were
biased.
there.
It's one
Hezbollah
side
started
not
launching
that I know
rockets
anything.
into Israel
I'm just
hours
preaching.
after the October 7th raid began. They launched 12,000 rockets, killed nearly 100 people, including 12 children, and displaced 250,000 Israelis from northern Israel. That's what
I wonder why Israel bombed them back. That's truly a mystery.
caused them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Why did Israel bomb terrorists that shot missiles at them? I can't put the pieces together myself.
Yeah, no, that
Shit.
seems fair.
Why did he ask that? What do I say?
Oh no.
Do I tell him the real reason?
Oh God.
No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist. Okay, let's try this.
Nice.
They just kind of were there. Hell yeah, another slick political saved by boots on the ground, Hassan Piker. Damn, I'm
Yeah,
good.
let's go.
Even as a pro-Palestine activist, how does lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is
Crazy.
what continues
Gotta
to
be hoping
drive
that
this
relentless
conflict
loop.
on forever.
Joe Rogan of the left, ladies and gentlemen.
Hassan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok
so
and Twitter
relentless loop
likes.
isn't the
I'm a
answer.
propagandist.
Or he's being
Or am I just
paid,
cringe?
which, you know, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now,
What a bloodthirsty, violent, lying pig dog. Am I right, guys?
Holy
let's
fuck.
move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen, on October 7th. They are without a doubt the most extreme
That's pretty fucked up.
of all of these terrorist organizations. They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic
I
state
placed
under
down too
Sharia law. That's their
slowly.
stated goal. Hamas has been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide
Weird.
bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired
Wow.
50,000 rockets
just
into
too slow. That's
civilian
just embarrassing.
populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted
pretty
from
awful.
participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed, and in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign
Naturally.
aid from the people of Gaza
Ooh, that's weird.
and
Also, all the leaders of Hamas happen to be were multi-billionaires. They're all dead now. Bye.
repurpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas
Weird. Weird how that happens.
leaders billionaires?
All the Hamas leaders are billionaires in Qatar, while all the... that's crazy.
And let's be real, these guys clearly are not skipping any
This is a child holding a missile, by the way.
meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar penthouses
We're living in multi-million-dollar penthouses.
in Qatar.
Were. Past tense.
That lines up with leftist values, or, well, they were
Rot in hell, filthy swine.
billionaires.
Get out of here. Bye-bye. Bye.
They're all dead. Hamas is a bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order. And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them.
Boss, you called pretty much all of these? Yeah, because I told you I've already done a lot of research into all of these situations. I'm pretty familiar with this. I basically covered everything he's covering in his content nuke. I'm just enjoying the final nail in his coffin.
Which is totally fair. Like, he's just enjoying himself.
Yeah, he says, is this
His nightmare face.
Islam again? Hassan defended Hamas?
Yes, Hassan, in fact, did defend Hamas. It's pretty fucked up. I know. You'd think that, like, there's no way. There's
Sure.
no way he could actually
Bridge
do
incident is
that.
coming back up.
Ooh.
Seriously? Okay. We had to
By
make
the way, I'm just making sure that people are aware. Not only did he defend Hamas, but also he's the biggest political streamer in the world, biggest leftist political guy in the world, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, owned by Amazon.
last minute changes to this part to prevent it from being
Boss, do you think Hassan will be canceled now? No, I don't think so. I think he can only truly be canceled if they actually take punitive action on him breaking the terms of service of Twitch, because ultimately he has a cult of terrorist supporter fans that are going to continue supporting terrorists.
restricted on YouTube. I cut out the footage from Hamas, and
That's
I will
kind of
attempt to
insane.
narrate it for you as best I
Oh
can.
God, he's gonna show them releasing the hostages.
In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye. Welcome.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy.
Good comment. Good commentary. That's crazy, dog.
That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's too much. That's
crazy.
More than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
You really think the hostages that they fucking kidnapped and kept for over a year want to stay with Hamas that's been raping them and torturing them? You fucking disgusting piece of shit.
These hostages are being
Only 3
released
million
at
views.
gunpoint by the people who
Oh, it's
likely
from Lost
murdered
Media
their
Archive.
family
Oh,
in front of them
I saw this
before
recently, too.
kidnapping them.
I was like, oh, yeah,
Hassan
that's the
peddling
infamous
this narrative that
American
they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
Like, this is insane. Like, these people murdered and burnt their families and took them as hostages and kept them for over a year in some fucking tunnel where they were raped. Like, how disgusting do you have to be to say something like this?
Next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious.
Then you have Hassan's chat glazing him, of course. See, this is why he'll never be canceled, by the way. This is why no matter how many of content nukes drop, he'll be fine, because his chat is also terrorist sympathizers.
These are traumatized victims who are scared
He's
for their
catering to
life
an audience,
and doing
and the
what the
audience is
terrorists
getting
are
what they
telling
want.
them to do in order to avoid any conflict on.
Bro, Hamas is so good. PR, I want to join. Guys, this is terrorist propaganda. That's what his channel is. It's terrorist propaganda. Just saying.
On the way out. Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck.
Yes, they do. If you've seen the clips, which of course I have, they look so horribly traumatized.
I'd imagine they're happy.
Again, I feel like it's important to raise awareness that this is actually going on. That this is one of the biggest political voices in the world. Because for some reason, every single person on the left turns a blind eye to the fact that this is happening.
Yeah,
Every
which is insane.
CNN glazes him as the Joe Rogan of the left. You don't understand how horrible this is. That's why I think it's important to talk about.
Wait, what?
Which is
Bro,
understandable.
they look like
yeah.
they're chilling.
They're not chilling. They're traumatized. How could you say about a girl that's been raped over the last year plus as a hostage of a terrorist organization? How could you possibly say something horrible like that they were just chilling?
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October 7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's going to miss their hospitality, like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next wave, they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part. Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts?
Of course she does.
Totally not a fearful victim of terroristic kidnapping. Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next wave,
It's worse than embarrassing and shameful. Like, it's
fuck.
terrorist propaganda. Like, I don't know how we've gotten to this point that you have terrorist propaganda on the biggest leftist political channel in the world, or at least in America. Like, that's crazy.
they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos.
Yes, he does. He shows videos of them making weapons.
And watch it on stream.
Yeah,
There's no way.
That's pretty insane.
Okay, it's getting hard to defend him.
They don't defend him.
Freedom fighters, musical shit.
Here is a video that came out of how Hamas produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
This video's fake, by the way, which is just insult to injury.
He can hardly contain his admiration for them.
Produces their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
Let's see how long he can go without offering any commentary or analysis on this Hamas hype video.
See, this is my level of content.
God, dude.
They set up boots on the ground interviewing terrorists.
Is that COD?
Oh my fuck! The guy's brain dead. He's
That
so brain
called?
dead. It's so frustrating.
Amazing.
Oh my god!
What?
Let the world hear our screams. God damn it!
1 minute, 36 seconds.
Yeah, that's a journalist.
Crazy.
He did a journalism, guys.
Nice.
Me
He's
when I
taken his
journalism.
time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less
I'm ready for his response. You know what his reaction is? Damn, that's crazy.
from a journalist such as Hassan.
Hassan.
Quiet, everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
That's crazy.
I told you!
That's crazy.
Oh my god!
He's done it again.
What a hero! What a guy! That's our goat! That's our goat! Yeah! Woo!
We will continue killing your soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers. Wow, there's a little message for the Americans out there as well.
Oh, good. American soldiers, fuck them too, right, Hassan?
They're saying
Right in their eye holes. Isn't that where you want them to get to fight? Yeah.
like artisanal
That's what you said about Dan Crenshaw, right?
snipers. So, why am I showing you this?
That's a fantastic question. Why is he showing terrorist propaganda to his chat? You ready?
Good question. Why are you showing us 2 minutes
All right,
of
it's gonna be
uninterrupted Hamas propaganda?
It's gonna be good.
I'm sure he has a good answer.
Yes, he does.
The reason why I'm showing you this is because one thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures.
No half measures.
On genocide. You either got to hit the full gen.
Full gen.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right.
You can't do half genocide,
No half
a little
gen.
bit of displacement, and then
No
continue
half gen.
maintaining an apartheid state
Right.
and maintaining an occupation.
Occupation. He said
Okay.
occupation. That's
Which
how
is
you know he's
basically
true.
what
Yeah.
America did back
America
in the
did
day
it.
when,
That's America's
you know, we were building America, Manifest Destiny.
Manifest
right?
Destiny.
Hold on.
Yeah, he was showing terrorist propaganda because of Manifest Destiny. You are on the right track.
You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny?
True!
What the fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad.
He just says shit, bro. Genocide, occupation, America, Manifest Destiny.
He's really saying nothing here. So he has no good reason.
True.
Got it.
True.
Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda. But he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
Oh, no!
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified.
Aside from the thousands of eyewitness testimonies on other people as well as themselves, as well as God, bro, the United Nations said it happened.
And people still run with it over and over and over
Oh my
again.
God.
Many young people who were simply attending a music festival. Women were horribly raped. As I said then, I say today, Israel had a right.
There were videos of women with half their clothes, their bottom half their clothes removed, with blood pouring down between their legs. But he doesn't count that as rape because they didn't do a rape kit on the mutilated bodies. Do you understand how fucking insane this is?
Has a right to defend itself.
What rapes did Hezbollah do? Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What?
Like, this is insane. This is our man here. He fights for women's rights on the daily.
What are you talking about? The Stop Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week
I
has
wonder why why do people consider him anti-Semitic? That's weird.
also been hallucinating rapes once again, doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally ill.
Hamas has committed horrific
I'd like to
acts
see it.
of sexual violence and took
Women and girls,
What is
I'll be right
both
back, Jack.
men and
Oh,
boys
it's not like a chicken
slaughtered
tip. Damn it.
after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
What is that? What is he? This is crazy.
Matter if fucking rapes happen on
Oh, it doesn't matter, guys.
October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter, Jack.
So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to pics or it didn't happen.
Interesting. Interesting.
The
The
picture didn't
hypocrisy.
happen.
The vast majority of people, if not all, who were raped were murdered on the spot, obviously.
Gam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is now speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence.
And you know, most of these people, they don't want to go on camera and talk about this shit. They just want to move on with their lives, man. Fuck, man.
In new footage, a Gam
it's such an unbelievable tragedy.
Reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
You can't even imagine what these fucking like random innocent people went through. And then you got Hassan sitting in his $3 million mansion.
doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on
Let's go. That's our goat.
October 7th.
Hassan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
There are dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each week, there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hassan needs a rape kit from a mutilated body.
You see, that's what I mentioned. Like, bro, why the whatever.
It's so
insane.
Vile to deny the suffering.
You don't even need to like be a normal human. Like a regular normal human
What
can
do you-
actually see this and come to their conclusion.
And trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need both, and it can be done, but not while people like Hassan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation. There's no space for rational thought. There's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hassan is. And to him and his community, I'm the devil. I'm a Nazi. It's delusional.
And me. I'm another one. See, Ethan and I have a lot in common. We're both Jewish. We're both Nazis, according to Hassan's audience. Not too different, you and I guess.
Thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much.
That's insane
crazy.
to say. Yeah.
Yeah, the UN said it happened. But that's not enough for Hassan. He's an on-the-ground journalist.
God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner. What is this?
And
The paraphernalia room of terrorist shit is killing me.
Now, let's move on to our next terrorist organization,
All right.
Twitch TV.
Yeah! I will admit I did not see that one coming. All right, so you have to understand the dynamic here, okay? Because Hassan is also a hypocrite. I think this is also important to point out as many times as you can. He supports the ethnic cleansing and genocide of Tibet or Taiwan or Crimea because that's done by Russia and China. All right, I'm just saying that he's cool with all that, but otherwise he'll support terrorists if the terrorists don't like Jews. Coincidentally.
Sinwar.
Oh, he's dead.
Nasrallah.
Oh, he's also dead.
Dan Clancy.
Fuck. I did not see that coming. Oh!
Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization.
No, they're not an organization. They're just a terrorist propagandist platform.
It's only a megaphone for terrorist propaganda.
Yeah, it's a
Dan
totally
Clancy
different
has
thing.
been the CEO for a few years, and under his leadership, there's been a few notable instances, one being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50.
Which he undid.
Which he reversed after backlash.
True.
He also attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3% of the size of the screen, was also reversed after backlash. So he's essentially achieved nothing. Oh, well, there is one thing. He actually laid off 900 employees.
Based. Let's go.
That one he did not take back. But here's where the trouble begins. He likes Hassan.
A lot. He made the whole office sing him happy birthday. That's how cringe his love of Hassan is.
He really likes Hassan. Let me read you an excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch.
He doesn't, by the way. For the record, Dan Clancy watches gooner content on Twitch.
He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hassan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes.
He's so comfortable about promoting terrorists.
Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter. Just for clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the He got all of his Twitch employees to come together and sing happy birthday to Hassan.
Fuck.
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hassan Runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my God.
And too cringe to even get past CHIMPS.
This is crazy.
Impoppable.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm clicked.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hassan.
Do I spell Fortnite this song?
Jeff Bezos, I know you were sitting behind Trump at the inauguration. You do realize he's doing this on your platform, right?
I've been looking around and I genuinely have never seen another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hassan.
Let me just remind you also, Asmongold was banned for saying that some cultures are inferior. Thought it was important to mention.
Hassan Piker, how humiliating is that?
Hassan didn't get banned, by the way. For any of these things that he showed in this video so far, Hassan did not get banned for any of them.
There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
Oh, look at this. I love this. He scrolls through his clips and every single one is just like the Twitch gooner content. Twitch is hentai for real, for real.
That's very nice. And now you have a clips feed.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Suppose you want to check out the stories
Oh, look at the stories. Look at the stories. No.
to see what you missed yesterday.
No!
You click
Why are you
there,
such a pervert, bro? No!
and now you're in your stories.
That's just my For You page. Is it?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no!
That's starting it up.
That's also.
And imagine being a creepy old man and a terrorist sympathizer.
Damn,
Awkward.
I think for both of them.
You thought I was joking? I wasn't joking! And there's another time he actually does this same thing. Oh my god. Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie.
Oopsie.
Awkward.
Okay.
It's immediately lost.
Okay.
Weird,
Suppose you want to check out the stories.
Okay, it's just
to see
insult.
what you missed
Ah,
yesterday.
damn.
You click there. And now you're in your stories.
Oh shit, it's just loading up.
Okay.
Crazy. I would have thought that when I hit launch, it would just launch.
That's very nice. That's
Me when I'm
also
surprised by the
okay.
consequences.
Okay.
Me when I'm surprised. There's nothing there.
You
I'm
know,
so
Dan, I would
flat.
have let this creep narrative go. If it didn't
Happen a second time!
happen twice,
Yes!
roll it.
Yeah, another time he does the same thing.
To see clips.
Oh god.
Swipe this way, and now you're seeing clips.
Interesting. And he's like, awkward.
The clips are,
And they're all gooner clips.
and that's not necessarily the out.
Oh, every single one of them is a gooner clip.
Me when I do.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch, and you get caught with the fucking... You get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice? Oh, come on, dude.
Yeah,
you got
well.
wife, man. Got
Anyway,
dog.
where's the we need the freaking Dwayne Johnson clip. You know, eyebrow raises.
Oh,
We don't need to know about this. Don't want that in my head, bro.
And you wonder why they didn't ban the porn from Twitch. Interesting. Yes, because a 13+ gaming platform, it's a breeding ground for porn and terrorists. Let's go.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
also a little bit disturbing considering, you know, he's these people's bosses.
Yeah.
Oh, he pays his set.
All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. She's protecting terrorist propagandists.
All right.
So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize
I need to write down.
how corrupted and rotten
My
Twitch
brain is
is
tiny.
to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to
Yo, let's go! Our favorite rising star.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one.
She's also known for saying she hopes all American soldiers get PTSD. Another famous quote from our favorite Frogan over here.
One of Hassan's main
Low life expectancy, but she has a bright future.
moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but
Ew, ooh, 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 fat and broke.
somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards.
She's always on the homepage. That's weird.
Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't know. It's important for
Is that what they call an industry plant?
me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this
Bro, dude, the soldiers getting PTSD clip is so much worse than this.
clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And, like, ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated $10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate.
Oh, look
But
at
I won't
Ludwig
throw it
doing
on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Bro donates $10,000.
Cracker
And I
tail.
love how she also has a bar, a green bar here saying emergency rent.
Between, like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate.
Listen, the thing about Ludwig is you can't spell his name without an L or a W. So he'll either have an L or a W.
He'll either be right or he'll be wrong.
Take. I know Arabs are dying, but you know,
I'll paint him as Islamophobic, true.
I'm not gonna tell you to donate. Do whatever you want. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000 then. Look, if you're not,
That's such a bad take. Holy shit.
And if you're not against genocide at this point, like,
What a
keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000.
what an L take. Holy shit.
Keep your little chump change. Like, like, what do you want? Do you want me to say like congratulations?
Imagine
Yeah,
being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream, and telling displaced and famished Palestinian children, no kids, you need to give that $10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test.
Keep your fucking money.
But
Ludwig
wait,
didn't
there's
pass my purity
more.
test.
I have no pity at all for any
Yo!
fucking soldiers.
Yeah, that's the clip that I wanted. By the way, she's talking about American soldiers. It's not like she's talking about Israeli soldiers or anything.
Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Boo fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD.
Right, Richard.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Me when I make a Jabba the Hutt take.
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, based?
Based? Based? I do hope that American soldiers get PTSD. Based?
That's insane.
Based? Like, am I?
By the way, she's a big Hassan fangirl and glazer and moderator. Pretty cool.
Supposed to be? Am I supposed to be like, Like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Aw, base.
The smug defiance Frogan is showing
Nice.
is only because she knows
Hope you get PTSD from getting canceled on Twitter.
that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her,
Nope.
despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines. But wait, there's more.
No! The Arab to Jew tier
But
list is
wait,
coming.
there's more.
Oh, no, this is worse. This is the 9/11 take. You thought that Hassan saying that America deserved 9/11 one time was bad? Well.
6250. 9/11 baking stream with Raf and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raf, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
Pretty great, guys, huh? This is the
What?
fostering ground of Twitch. The incestuous Twitch breeding ground. Let's go.
This tweet was the final straw.
I
for
love
me.
how insane,
You'll notice
like-
the date is October 7th,
I love how
2023,
insane
the
that is.
morning of
Holy
the
shit.
massacre, at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time.
At this moment, Hamas militants had infiltrated a music.
Honestly, I heard Destiny say this once, and I'll be real. It's a pretty good take. He said, you want to know how insane someone is? Look at what they tweeted on October 7th, 2023. Like, it's a pretty crazy litmus test, honestly.
Festival and several kibbutzim, where they began their wanton slaying of
And
civilians.
so this was posted on October 7th, literally. Like, this was literally posted on the day that, thousands of innocent people were raped and murdered.
Here's what she tweeted. Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said. It's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
איפה אתם? יואו, ממי, צריכים מיקום. תתחברו, תמצאו מקום, תתחברו.
אבל אני אוהבת אותך, אנחנו בתוך הלחם. אי אפשר לצאת.
אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום. צריכים מיקום. אני בא, ממי, צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long. Dozens of them.
I got some of these from family. Like, it's fucking horrible.
Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession. But
Holy
for some
shit,
reason,
damn.
Twitch is obsessed with keeping her on life support. And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award, Together for Legendary Woman, in which she would get front page placement.
What a legendary woman. Am I right? Legendary. They will talk about her for a long time.
All year long. This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award
2 times.
at the Streamer Award.
Twice.
An award show put on by her friends.
Two
And then
times.
the next year,
Yes,
guys,
yes.
she gets nominated
Yes.
for Rising Star again.
How do you be the rising star 2 times? I don't know, bro. Is she the DEI hire? Oh my god.
Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice.
True. I mean, what are they gonna? Falling Star Award would be a little too real.
It's up or it's down, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit? Because Frogan is the 2-time Rising Star champ, and because of her massive viewership of 100 concurrent viewers, it only makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute long segment.
Yeah, this is in TwitchCon on Twitch's channel, by the way, where she does an Arab to Jew tier list.
Her idea, that
Oh,
was
I
Twitch
didn't
approved.
realize. Wow. I feel like a
Arab
fucking...
to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the...
Does this bitch suck Hassan cock? Worse. she's his mod. They're friends. He supports her. Like, fuck, dude.
Bottom. Their worst one is, quote, loves Sabra.
In case you're curious, Sabra is a term used to define Israelis, Jews born in Israel. Just saying.
Now, why does love Sabra equate to Jews?
It's a famous hummus brand, and it's also a term used to define Jews born in Israel.
Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many years, so the activists are well aware of their status.
Ew, activists cringe.
Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel.
Yes, it does.
It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
That's pretty insane.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. But it's like, those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America.
Okay, I mean, no one's gonna give a shit because she's completely irrelevant. But in case you're curious, she also thinks that every Jew in Israel, by the way, 80% of Jews in Israel are born in Israel, but she thinks they should all move, quote, back to Brooklyn, which is very funny because basically none of them are from Brooklyn.
Insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks. But like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys.
Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is.
Yucky
you racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag.
Crazy.
Here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this dipshit is also
Weird,
Jewish.
huh?
Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way, everybody on this panel is looking pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a stretch to say that the Love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
You mean to say that Sabra, the term used to define Jews born in Israel, actually might be referring to Jews? What? No!
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
Lamau, Jew, am I right, guys? Jew.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right. Turn that up. Turn giraffes.
We all know where this is going.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
That
was just a joke in my
stand up. Well, obviously it's Love Sabra, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
That's easy. That's
definitely Love Sabra.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK, and he told her, more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pull me, one of the best-known Jewish
Jewish guy, generic Jewish man.
creators,
Cool.
and immediately put me in Sabra. Hassan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then Denham's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists, once again calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the, you guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish,
why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail?
Interesting. So Ben Shapiro and Ethan Klein, you know, the two generic Jews, so they're in in F tier. Weird.
One of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, and the category next to me, when he's not even featured in the game. Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein?
Damn.
Seth Rogen?
Damn.
Schindler?
Well, he
wasn't Jewish, but I mean, he'd go there.
wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down
Yeah,
there. Let's be real.
absolutely.
It also doesn't help their case that both.
I'll be in the next one. Very excited to get my time in the spotlight on the next Arab to Jew tier list. It's going to be great. These are progressive people. I don't know if you're aware. These are the progressive people. All right, they support. They're anti-racist. Right, they're cool and woke like that. All right, guys, these are woke and cool people.
My wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were
Very
born
disgusting.
in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So
Ooh,
love
interesting.
Sabra,
Interesting. That's funny coincidence.
literally in this case, means Jew lover. That sounds pretty racist. And what about the title? How Arab are these Twitch streamers?
No, it's just talking about hummus. It's just talking about hummus, guys. It's just talking about hummus.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I thought this was about hummus.
Whoa!
You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough?
Bro, fuck you. You did not need to go there, dude.
So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't...
They're woke. They're woke. They're anti-microaggressions. They do not believe in triggering people. But...
understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious anti-Semitism.
I mean, it is very obvious anti-Semitism. In front of Twitch's sponsors, on the official Twitch channel. Weird. Weird how that happened. To quote my favorite actress of all time, Rachel Ziegler. Weird.
And this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible? Right in front of their sponsors, too. Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung.
Oh, damn.
This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why? After the predictable controversy...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why? Maybe it's a coincidence.
This caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after
Guess
2
I'll stop
weeks
trying to do
and did
banned all the people asking him tough questions.
an FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got.
I wonder.
This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem?
Banned.
Dan's response? Permanent ban.
Bye.
Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question.
Banned.
Ban.
Bye.
Do you care to comment about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch?
Banned. Bye-bye.
Why the fuck is the CEO banning people for asking reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in?
Weird.
What the fuck is this? These aren't even written like in a mean way. You are
Weird.
banned, just like the entire country of Israel.
True.
It
That's
had
another
just
thing
been
that happened.
discovered around the same time as this Arab tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere,
Geo-blocked all of Israel.
banned the entire country of Israel from
Weird.
creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise.
So let me get this
Do I
straight.
die
They won't
immediately
ban
on 101?
terrorist propaganda because, they're not pro-censorship. But they'll ban the entire country of Israel. Interesting.
Ways to get noticed, but Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works
Blocked country IP. I wonder what that could mean.
at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be
Coincidentally, the Global Day of Jihad, which was announced by Hamas to basically ask everyone around the world to kill random Jews. If you're a Jew, you remembered this day because kids didn't go to school that day. Everyone was terrified.
Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act. which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him.
When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything to suggest that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that, unfortunately, you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter.
Lies, by the way.
That were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed...
But Elon Musk's Twitter, Elon Musk's a fascist. That guy, he did a whole salute.
...the case thoroughly, and then, on the other hand, say it was an accident and they didn't know. This is all very fishy.
A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined.
They all noticed. They all knew. In fact, there were leaked DMs of their staff actually talking and laughing about it in the background. In case, I don't know if he shows it, but
the black border.
There were literal acknowledgments that happened.
You're telling me that you guys didn't notice that. That's impossible. Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, and the
Houthi terrorists that we've just covered,
little Houthi twink terrorists, were all unbanned, and they could stream again on.
Interesting. So at the same time as banning all of Israel, they've also unbanned all of the biggest anti-Semitic content creators in the world. That's funny.
Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
It's awesome.
So guys, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it, and we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad. Be mad, guys, because we are back in the house.
Yeah.
They can't stop us.
Weird.
They did stop.
He got banned again.
An hour later. All 3 of the accounts were eventually rebanned. But the decision to unban those 3 creators at that exact time, and being 3 of the best-known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message.
And then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews.
That's right. Their head of trust and safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom
like how many of these,
for being too anti.
Like, how many coincidences in a row is enough to just go, this is, this is just what's happening? Because, of course, I'm not making a statement here on this. It's just interesting that these things keep happening together, isn't it?
Zionist.
And guess where her very next job was at? That's right. Twitch TV.
Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened.
That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite.
Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous
and Twitch is like, this is the person that's going to be in charge of all trust and safety. Let's go, Twitch! Let's go! Woo! Yeah, baby!
Inhuman for the innocents on the other side.
Dude.
This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch?
And you wonder why the decisions being made are made the way they are. Interesting.
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid?
That was from 2011. I mean, like, okay.
Standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22.
Bro, she has decades of experience in hating Jews, and they nabbed her for this position.
Oh my gosh, somebody's here.
Holy
Hello.
shit,
How are you
that's
doing?
crazy.
You stopped by
Silverman
as soon
tweeted
as I
out,
decided
Kanye
to
threatened the Jews yesterday
I hope
on Twitter,
I
and
hadn't
it's not
been
even
ignoring
trending.
this for
Why do
long.
mostly
Hey,
only
Rocket
Jews
Bee
speak
Healing.
up against
Thanks for
Jewish
stopping
hate?
by.
The science is so
Just
loud.
trying to do
Bridget
Weird.
said, this was the
CHIMPS?
energy
Yeah.
I was around when I
Playing
worked with
CHIMPS
2
this
Jewish
time.
women in Social Impact,
What
who
the
were
fuck?
both senior to me.
And also just listening to Nux's cover
Guys,
of
this
Ethan
is like
Klein's
your
recent
classic-
video. It's kind of crazy what's happening there at
rot,
Twitch.
all right?
Which
Everyone
I'm
is
on Twitch, so I should know
We
about
need
all
more
the crazy stuff going
DEI.
on, right?
We need more DEI, guys. Listen. We need to be
Hope
more
you're enjoying
inclusive
the
about
gameplay. Hope
other
I'm
people.
not too in the way here. I realize that I'm
Unless they're
covering
Jews.
like the start of the track.
In
but
which case, it's kind of weird how Jews talk about how people hate Jews. That's pretty weird.
probably better placement.
She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really
Thanks
care
for
about
stopping
any
by. I
of
hope
this.
you're
If
enjoying
she
the
wasn't the
gameplay.
head of
Very
fucking
high
diversity
skill,
at
high-
Twitch, what the fuck is happening
Very
here?
high skill
This is
gameplay here.
insane.
What decision, what team decided that she needed that position? Unless.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily
I'm glad that Twitch is at
uneven
least pushing my
enforcements of the
streams
rules.
so more people
Take,
can
for
speak.
example, this
That's
clip
cool.
of the streamer
At least I have the
Destiny,
bumps there.
who was permanently...
Bro, dude, what happened? The fucking
be done.
Goonacide happened to this man. Bro, you got genocide on one side, you got Goonacide on the other. What is going on?
Lol.
Bro, why is every
Uh-oh.
every leftist political streamer got fucking obliterated themselves?
banned for what he said here.
It's
I thought that was going to be a
never
not
worth
TV
engaging with.
moment
There's
right
no
there.
point in doing it. Like it's
I
too the
thought they
risk
had
of
me.
me like ending up getting like permabanned and
Oh,
my
cool.
life destroyed because of these like inbred fucking disgusting
Yeah,
losers is like it's just not worth
one
it.
of my friends on
So he
Twitter mentioned that it was free at the
trans
moment,
people
so
inbred. I think
I
that-
stopped
that's what
by
he's
and was
referring
just
to.
like, hey,
He called
why not try to get
trans
some of the
people
harder stages
inbred
done?
and got permanently banned on Twitch.
I'm hoping that I can maintain.
Meanwhile, Hassan actually has a 3-minute compilation of him calling Jews inbred, and he's the poster boy of Twitch. Interesting! And these are the people calling
Have you done many
me a
stages on
Nazi.
CHIMPS or anything
In
like
case
that?
you're curious.
It's just
The first time that I'm actually playing
And
here
okay,
after
you
watching
know,
some
fair
YouTube
enough.
videos
If you're
and
going to
stuff.
be consistent with the enforcement, then you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority
It was
group
just me watching like
inbred,
videos
which
yesterday
results
there,
in a permanent
trying
ban.
to figure out what was
Okay.
happening there.
Alright.
Okay.
Ready?
Has anyone else
The
done that?
trend was very
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was
Alright.
another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these
Yeah, it's,
inbred,
I realize how
inbred
long I've been playing
fucking-
Blue
He's just
Star.
pointing to random Jews.
Is
He is literally
some
just
people playing the
pointing
original
to
game and now they're up
random
to
Jews and
6, which
saying
is
inbred.
crazy.
Like, he has no idea who he's pointing to.
and douchebags in the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred,
A nation of inbreds. That's a good one.
inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths that these inbred
I
don't
don't have my
understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into
and 2
southern
hour
Lebanon,
41
telling us
minute,
that we are all
minute
inbred
video.
and that we have no
Long
culture.
as hell. I'm just a show. Am I promoting
want
terrorist
to- Pretty
propaganda?
great, huh?
I put up.
Pretty good shit.
Did I
That
put
guy,
up a sign?
that guy's not banned on Twitch. In case you're unaware, he's not banned. That guy, he is the Joe Rogan of the left. He's so woke and inclusive, guys.
See clips?
Inbred, 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 inbred.
That is crazy that he said it that many times.
Inbred, inbred, inbred.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hassan.
Oh shit, damn. Congrats, that's impressive. I want to try and black border every stage, but my gameplay's a little bit average. Still trying to figure out what I'm doing entirely.
Hassan, a non-Jewish person,
And also still trying to live
is
up all the
referring to
monkeys.
Jews as
Managing to black border all the
inbred,
stages is impressive, good on you.
It's pretty fucked up.
Throughout his career.
Not very woke of you, sir.
I've only recently just
Inbred,
started picking things back up now, so I'm trying to
psychopaths.
figure out and
Zero punishment. Hassan interviewing a
Remember what
Houthi
I saw
pirate.
yesterday, really.
Zero punishment.
He's Ansar Allah is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hassan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
Zero punishment.
What is
They do
this?
musicals. They're very musical people.
Yeah.
I know.
Are you being serious?
Zero punishment.
Yeah.
Hassan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually.
Yo!
blew me.
I am so happy he included in this video.
Wait,
I thought for
what?
sure he was gonna glaze over it, but this might be one of the most insane things Hassan ever did. And this includes calling all
Crazy.
Jews inbred and fucking terrorist propaganda and stuff. This is insane. Buckle down if you haven't seen this yet.
Mine. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure.
Yeah.
For sure he is.
Oh,
For
Fortnite's
those that
asking
may
me if
not
I'm still there.
recognize this weapon, I'll explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated
That's
in
a good
July
idea,
of
yeah.
22 in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift
I was gonna
weapon
jump
that
onto
the shooter
Fortnite
had
after
built himself
if I won or
at
lost
home.
this round.
So
Just
when
needed a bit of a
Hassan
break
saw
from
And he
balloons.
posted
I've
the
been playing this for like an
schematics
hour.
of a homemade shotgun that was used to assassinate
Don't know if you're interested in
a
sticking around
prime
for
minister.
Fortnite, but
In
I appreciate you
regards
stopping by
to
to
the
say hello
tweet
and see this
of a
gameplay.
congressman.
Don't know if it's in. Well, round
Hello?
66 on chimps isn't bad,
Hello? What is
but that we
happening?
can make it all the way to round 100.
Guys, but this guy, he's pro LGBT, so he's one of the good guys. He's woke, so we love him. We support him.
Of this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson who wrote a tweet he did not like. I
Bro, do you
That's
see how
insane.
insane this is?
genuinely
crazy.
do
I
not
didn't
know
realize
how
that
he
he'd done
didn't land
that.
himself in prison for making terroristic threats. Zero punishment.
Yeah, because that's.
Let the streets
That's
soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And this
That's when he was referring to a landlord, by the way.
isn't just a Hassan problem. It underscores a disturbing
Hell
trend
yeah.
among leftists
Well, I
on
appreciate you
Twitch.
stopping by.
The
I
problem is,
don't
if you can
entirely know
believe
how
it,
much
these
commentary
people
we
are
make. I'd
frequently
probably just be
making
talking shit if I
death
start playing
threats and
Fortnite.
facing zero consequences.
Harder for me to
Yo,
think
there's
of
a whole
random shit to
compilation
say
of
while
Twitch
just
streamers
watching
making death threats.
watching
By the
balloons be
way,
taken. I appreciate you stopping by
I
and
was
chatting
thinking
so
of
much.
mentioning this
Since,
earlier.
you know, very small
Asmongold
streamer. Don't know what I'm
kind of
doing here.
defending
Just,
Hassan. Kind
just
of.
here trying my best.
And while I get that he doesn't want to start a big drama, Asmongold, this is who you're defending. Please react to the content, Nuke.
I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll
By the way, Asmongold doesn't defend like Hassan's takes. Asmongold says that
What else do you play? Because if you
Hassan gets clipped out of
blackboarded all the
context a lot
balloon
and
style
stuff.
defense stages,
Like-
what else do you do?
Bro,
Watch similar content
I
as
think a
like
lot of
maps or
people
anything
are
like that?
willingly blind to what's actually going on because this is like a massive drama. You can't be willingly blind. You have to know what's going on. Don't live in a bubble. I'm not talking about Asmongold. I'm talking about everybody. Because he's one of the biggest Twitch streamers, and obviously anyone with a line to him wants to be connected. Wants to be connected to the guy. With all due respect, Ludwig, who literally obfuscates situations time and time again to make Hassan look like the good guy, you have to know what's actually happening, bro.
up the number, okay?
Oh.
30K to
Oh, I
anyone
appreciate you stopping. Oh,
who'll
shit.
make this dipshit
I thought there that
disappear.
I
that's
thought
a
that my
death threat.
stream was
Bro,
breaking.
that Destiny guy needs to get.
Not sure how powerful my PC actually is and if it has enough roll.
Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to just, it would solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point.
Yeah, spectacular.
Right? We would have socialism at this point. If someone just went out of their way and
Nah.
it would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy shit,
That's
guys.
rather
If you
insane
live
to
in
say.
Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put
That one guy got a 3-day ban. The rest of them, they're fine.
a bounty on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting
Gotta
a 3-day
catch up on the
suspension.
first
He
part
should
of
be
my
getting a
stream. Is
knock
that
on
what
his
I
door
meant?
from the
Is that what
FBI.
you meant? But I appreciate you
Damn.
stopping by to watch some of my stream.
Isn't it a federal crime? Yes! But they're on Twitch, so it's okay.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop Hassan infiltrating mainstream media. Hassan has been welcomed by
Fair
many
enough.
mainstream outlets.
Yeah, I
They
quite
view
like
him
grinding
as a
games
friendly
sometimes as
social
well.
democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread
I played a little bit
progressive
of Marvel
politics
Rivals,
online
but
to an important
made me want to play
demographic.
Overwatch, and then I
We
just
know
realized
that's
I'm
not true.
rather burnt
He is
out on
not
hero
their
shooters.
friend or their
And
ally.
Fortnite's just
If you ever see
very
Hassan rubbing
overstimulating
shoulders
because I
with
like
anyone
first-person
from
shooters.
mainstream media,
Although
let them
I used
know
to play Clash of
politely,
Clans
with all
years
the
ago now. It's
civility
been
in
a
the
good
world,
while.
what kind of person he is when he thinks mainstream media isn't watching. Help them understand that his name should be associated with people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones.
Honestly, true. Dude is the Nick Fuentes of the left.
Other fringe, radical, political commentators. Number 2.
I feel like I
Twitch
also
must
like
be
grinding
held
games because I play a lot of like
Twitch has proven that it will
RPGs
not
and
change
stuff like
by
that.
choice.
No,
Like,
he's gonna roll by all their
I
logos,
said Dark
all
Souls, but
the
that's not what I was
ads on
thinking of.
Twitch.
And
What was
so
it?
Hassan got kicked out of the DNC
Like Final
convention before the
Fantasies, like
election.
I like
know,
grinding up
I know.
and fighting the super
It
bosses
is
and
our
that,
moral
but
imperative
that
to
takes a long
enact that
time, and
change through any
recently
reasonable
finished Final
means that
Fantasy
we
13,
can.
which was pretty fun.
Samsung,
Since I
Chevron,
needed to
and Capcom.
needed to
Twitch
see
has
what was
given them a
happening with
lasting association with a
Lightning,
racial
but
tier list with Arabs
Final
at the
Fantasy
top and Jews at the bottom.
13
These
too.
brands have every right to know. And they should.
Oh, cool.
We all
So you're just
recall
going back through the
YouTube's
grind again?
adpocalypse.
Damn,
It happened when
I didn't
ads
know if
were
I could be
running
bothered
over
starting
ISIS
over, like
recruitment
completely
videos, and
starting
it
over,
caused
so I
a
just
brand
started with
exodus. The same
my
thing is
already
happening
partially
now on
leveled
Twitch,
account.
but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating
Yay,
months of
level
my life to
66.
creating this video,
I've
I
just
am
been
left with
spamming
one
monkey.
overwhelming
Been
conclusion.
spamming monkey knowledge into
Hassan.
like primary monkeys, and
Fuck this dude.
they usually work pretty well for
I
me.
was close. Yeah, and that's the end of the video. Honestly, that was
Nice.
crazy.
Oh, good luck with your start
This
of the
was a
grind with
glorious
Balloon
time
Star.
for me,
Are you gonna try and blackwater
hater
everything again?
extraordinaire, lover of chaos,
You'll be able to get it done
not
quicker
a
than I could.
propagator of terror. I don't like terrorists. As someone that
Absolutely
doesn't really like terrorists so much,
mad
this was,
gamer over there, I'm
this
sure.
was definitely enjoyable to some degree. Thank you so much for being here. Definitely subscribe for future chaos. And no one is safe. No one is safe. If you're cringe, I will call you out. If you have a downfall, I will be there. I do love some good downfalls. I do love some good chaos. Nothing is taboo.
Yeah,
Thank
Nux
y'all
is just
so
here
much
to
for
fucking
being
throw
here.
spears at people.
Appreciate
which is
all
great.
of your time and support. And I echo the sentiment.
What
sentiment.
role do you usually play in Marvel
Fuck this
Rivals?
dude.
'Cause
Honestly,
I usually
and
play
I think
support
that
because I
everyone
don't
needs to
understand
know,
how
like,
tanks and
what
then
they're doing
damage is
when they
hard, so I like to
actually
heal.
collab with this guy and
Yes,
support this guy
nice.
and put this guy on their platform.
Yes, Queen.
Leech this from this guy.
If that's your
They
kind of
have
it.
to know what they're doing, and I feel
So,
like
thank
there's
you.
so much
Thank you so much
willing
for stopping by. I feel
self-gaslighting
like I'm
that
not
goes on. I
particularly
didn't know
interesting, but
Hassan does terrorist
I'm live every
propaganda,
once in a while.
therefore I will collab with
Just
people.
here
Don't
with
know.
whatever
I think people
bullshit.
don't know, and I think some people don't want the smoke and don't want to actually take a stand. Which, again, I'm not gonna blame anybody for being a pussy here. I'm just saying, not gonna blame you for being a pussy. But guys, I think it has to be very aware of what's actually going on in the world. I don't like censorship. I do like actual information. I don't like false information. And I think that people that needlessly and like contrivedly close their eyes to what goes on just in order to
Oh, you like playing Rocket? Cool.
enjoy the good number boost.
Yeah, who was
of
I playing? I was playing
collabing with
Cloak and
Hassan.
Dagger because I
Guys,
he's
wake
practically
the
just Moira, and I
fuck
really
up.
liked Moira
Look
from
at
Overwatch.
who you are propagating. The fact that I
I
have
remember
been
fighting Spider-Man
more
was
of
a pain in the
brand
ass.
risk
I don't know why
and
I thought
been
that
dropped by
when you're saying
people
Rocket.
because I am edgy or controversial, and those same people will collab with Hassan is fucking telling. Definitely tune in to the next episode of the Jewcast. Me and Ethan, we're gonna save the
Jewcast?
world. Stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed
Nuxen.
live
Oh,
on kick.com/Nuxenor.
fucked it.
See you there. Stay
Damn it.
weird, fam.
I suck at balloons. Damn it. Curses. I just realized that there were even ways that I need to remember about the abilities. Curses.
Gentlemen and female
It's embarrassing.
gentlemen, I have fantastic news. Everyone's favorite political streamer,
I hope you're excited to see my incredibly
legendary
pinpoint accurate
individual,
aim. I'm
known
gonna be
for
here,
endorsing
hitting all the
terrorists on a
headshots
stream,
and killing
or
so many people because I've
implying that
definitely won
he's
this
endorsing
game.
terrorists on a stream. He's cool like that. He has been having a very bad week. Ever since the Orange Man has taken office, this dude has been losing it. He lost 3,500 followers in one day when he hosted Bernie's Americans and
Trump
soon to
just
be
banned
Americans.
pronouns.
We are entering a new arc
Oh,
of
he
Trump
banned my
meltdowns.
pronouns.
I
I
feel
can't
like
believe
every
this.
time there's like a big Trump incident,
Dude, I'm almost level
the
69.
meltdowns that come out
I'm
keep getting
so
better.
cool.
We have reached peak meltdowns, S tier meltdowns on the meltdown tier list. We did some heavy stuff on the stream so far
67
today,
hours
so I'm
of
very
Rocket?
excited
Damn,
to do something
nice.
nice and wholesome.
That's
Let's
impressive.
all feel good about
God,
some stuff. Let's laugh.
I think I've only
Let's
played
frolic
Cloak and Dagger
together.
for maybe like
So we
5
got
hours.
receipts put
I don't think I
together,
played too much Marvel
Meltdown
Rivals.
compilation.
I don't
After
have it
Trump's
installed
recent
because I was
shit.
playing
You know,
Count
Trump
Rabbit.
has been trumping around. You know,
Oh,
he
well,
went
thank
his
you.
famous speech
I'm
where
glad
he
that I'm
said, "You look
entertaining
higher
at
than them.
least.
They have small penises. I have a
Don't
bigger
think I'm
penis.
doing
My
very much,
tariffs will
but
be huge,
I'm
bigger
glad
than my
to-
penis."
glad that you're
He
stopping
said
by.
that, and everyone freaked out. And also, the deportation shit is so funny to me. Again, I'm so sorry to anyone whose life gets ruined by getting deported and stuff, but simultaneously, you literally
Here being
fucked around, and now you're
overstimulated on
finding out.
camera,
Like,
so
what do you want me to tell you, bro?
playing,
So
let's see
anyway,
what
Trump
happens when I actually
proceeded
get
to
into this.
trample all over these people. Dude, here you have like
I don't
the
know.
mayor
Oh god,
of
my mouse
what is it,
keyboard aim is about to
Chicago,
be so
or the
bad.
governor of Chicago, some shit.
I need
He
my
comes
aim
out
assist
here
on
and
controller.
He starts having the meltdowns are good. The deportation meltdowns. Oh god, those innocent
That's
illegal
so good.
immigrants. Yeah. Right, uh-oh.
They assured us that Medicaid
Uh-oh.
would not be affected. That was a lie.
You mean that I'm not gonna get my SNAP benefits?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to
Thank
be
the
rude,
bus driver
but there's
about it.
something about liberal
He is
women
space
crying.
bar.
That just, it hits the interest. Yes, I get canceled for these takes. Yes, I do. It's worth it. Yes.
I should play.
What the f do you mean?
Should play. What's it called? I should play OG so that I can drop Tilted Towers.
Voted for Trump. With a sandbag for brains who voted for
Ah.
Donald Trump.
Well, that's very nice. I'm glad that you stopped by to just play chat. That's
the media is
cool.
purposely
I don't know
and
how
somehow
good
for whatever
it
reason.
actually is, and I'm still figuring out my commentary, what I need to talk about.
Just now,
Just
do
a
you
person
think
here
all that
doing
money
my
that
thing.
made Americans healthy?
I play too much, play too many video
Dude.
games, so I might as well share my
There are
experience.
going to be some glorious meltdowns.
I
sense
fucking-
it. The RFK Jr. meltdowns. Oh, dude.
For transgenderism and wokeness across our federal bureaucracy.
I don't know why I thought that landing on the staircase was a better idea than landing on
out,
it.
but guess what? The Democrats have
Ooh.
lied about Trump.
Epic kill, that was so embarrassing.
Wait, no. By the way, funny story. That's totally a
so
tangent, but I'm
cringe.
going to say it anyway because it's funny. I got somebody in my comments saying, Nux, your grandfather is a Holocaust survivor. Sure, he's happy to see you supporting a fascist. Bro, you're trying to flip this shit on me? My grandfather, the Holocaust survivor, literally voted for Trump. Okay?
Literally
He
voted for Trump.
He got someone to drive
Wow,
him.
that
He
was-
went in person. He's 100 years old.
I'm
you do
so
not
good at
flip
video
this shit
games.
on
I
me,
hope
bro.
you enjoyed me
Good
running
try,
off that
though.
building.
Yesterday, as we all know,
God,
he
that was.
ordered a halt to Medicaid funds into state. Donald
This is the type of
Trump
gameplay that you can
takes
expect from me,
away
playing
healthcare
incredibly
for nursing
well.
home residents by
Totally,
halting the payments to the
totally
nursing homes.
entirely
Just
know
for the
how to play
record,
this
that
game, and I'm very good at
Could just go
Fortnite.
on the news and lie like that?
I have one.
Whoa.
That was a
I have one
Democrat senator
once, I
today
think.
repeating the same lie, which was
But
debunked
that was a solo
yesterday.
squad.
Last night, President Trump plunged the country into chaos.
I'm glad it's relatable.
Everyone
See,
thinks
it's
that
not
before
just
they
me,
talk
yeah.
about Trump, they literally
It's-
talk about him like he's like a Dragon Ball villain. Yesterday,
What was it,
Trump
with,
plunged the country into chaos. But what did he do? Well, he
I
didn't
remember
really
getting
do much,
knocked up
but,
into the
we
air by
hate him.
someone's car and then hitting the ground again and then being just like, oh yeah, fall damage. I didn't consider that getting run over. I thought the fear of a car in Fortnite would be getting run over, not getting like knocked into the air and falling down and
perhaps
dying.
trillions of dollars that directly support states, cities, towns, schools, hospitals, small businesses, and most of all, American
Where's my
families.
emote button?
There's a dagger at the heart of the average American family. It is just out.
Bro, dude, when is the misinformation gonna stop?
Just- I get it,
probably
the
never,
ass.
realistically. But bro,
The
stop.
ass is fantastic.
Lost. Why
Let's
are
hit
you
it, Master
trying
Chief.
this? Well, you don't want it. Are you
Oh,
that
he
scared that
Macarena.
he's gonna win a third term, bro? Come on, little bro.
I remember me and
Come
my
on.
friends when I was working one of my other jobs. The Macarena came on, we all paused
killed
working and
Shenron,
just did the Macarena
stole the
together.
Dragon Balls.
It was hilarious.
Fuck the prostitute. The prostitute was my wife. Alright, dude.
Wow, that's a
Yes,
lot of
that was
damage.
another Democrat senator today repeating the same lie that was already debunked. They are really
Okay, cool,
doubling
let's
down
try this
on their latest
again.
hoax.
This time, I won't land him. This time I'll land in the water, or just not walk off the
That was a
building.
lie. Our state agencies were unable to access the Medicaid system until an hour ago, preventing payments for services.
As for the temporary stay issued by a federal judge, a hearing on
Blue?
the issue is set for Monday. The judge also noting that the rollout of President Trump's new policy
Blue.
has been chaotic.
So that was Illinois Governor J.B.
Love that.
Pritzker and potential presidential candidate for 2028. Look out, folks.
Going down.
Oh God.
Repeating the party's lie that Trump.
I mean,
I
why
sure
are
hope
we
there isn't somebody
surprised?
with a shotgun
Trump's
behind me.
federal spending freeze could impact
Aha,
programs like
now
WSC,
I am the
resulting
person
in
with the
nearly 7
shotgun
million
behind
women
them.
and children going hungry. Community note. Payments to individuals, including the Supplementary Nutrition Assistance Program and the Special Supplementary Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, would not be affected. Guys, Stop, bro.
I wonder where the
Stop.
people are
Why
in this
you like
building,
this,
if they
bro?
are in
Why
this
are you
building.
like this? I love how the Democrats' Twitter account tweets just an open lie purely for the sake of fear-mongering. I fully believe that's what it is. I feel like a lot of the Democrats, and the Republicans too, by the way, I really definitely think it goes both ways. I think an active way to herd people to follow your propaganda is to make them terrified of the other side.
That was a bot, right?
It's like, what are you gonna do? Convince them to root for you, or convince them that the other side wants you dead? They're coming for your jobs. They're coming for your genders. They're coming for your children.
Turned off
What?
Medicaid benefits.
Oh, they just went up the stairs. I'm
Every
stupid.
time.
Food SNAP benefits and women and infant care WIC benefits. Here's the Democrats' official Twitter account getting community noted on.
The fuck am I watching?
Cringe are you? The official Democrat Twitter account gets community noted. Oh my god.
An X.
You know, it's gonna
For
be real
lying.
embarrassing
I'll
if
explain this
a
hoax in
person
a
just
second,
comes and
and I'll show
murders
you
me, like,
Trump
immediately.
fact-checking these people
That-
live. But
That had to
unfortunately,
have
many
been-
people were
had to have
tricked
been
by the
bots.
Democrats' lie, as usual. They don't care what damage it does to.
I mean, that's just propagandists every time. Propagandists will lie and they will fearmonger. And honestly, fearmongering is easy.
There.
It's like every time I see like immigrants, not illegal, fully legal immigrants, actually scared that they're gonna get deported. it
No,
just
Master
reminds me
Chief.
how damaging these people are.
Master
Bro,
Chief's
what
got
are you
me.
doing? Why are you
No.
terrifying a random poor, fully legal immigrant? Why are you terrifying them?
Oh shit, I'm level
Hello?
69.
Isn't that
Almost
like
level 70.
pretty fucked up? What is
Wow, I
going
killed
on?
two bots and then
He-
get absolutely
he
fucking
literally is
destroyed
not
by
going
Master
to
Cheeks.
deport these people.
Everyday people,
He
they don't
claps
care
my
what
cheeks
damage it
real
does to
good.
people's mental health. People like this lady.
Why don't fucking tell me they're all
By the way, the same guy that tried to gaslight me that I'm supporting a fascist and stuff whenever I react to Trump or whatever.
Oh shit, it
guys,
was the Master Chief for the
he
lo-
went with the same. I heard the same argument.
got me.
Basically in slightly different words, saying, "But Nux, you talk about your grandfather. Your grandfather is also an
What's
immigrant."
that?
From Poland or whatever, because you know he's a Holocaust survivor.
Oh, a bigger
so
chunk.
maybe he'll
Oh,
also get-
cool.
He's legal. He is a fully legal immigrant. Like, God, these people, they're all idiots. They're all morons. They're complete and utter fools. What's going on? Stop believing the fear mongering. It was an election like any other. People voted like every other time. They elected a guy like every other time. The fear mongering is insane.
lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying. I need somebody to fucking tell me they're lying right now because.
Yes. In this instance specifically, the Democrats were in fact lying. Although I'm sure that's not what you wanted to hear.
I believe Master
You
Chief's
mean
got me.
that I'm not gonna get my SNAP benefits? What the f do you mean? Because
That
what the
art goes
fuck is
so
happening?
fucking hard.
Me when I'm a
hell yeah.
20-year-old white girl on TikTok and I decide to post a TikTok instead of actually look at what the President of the United States said. Guys, bro, stop.
I like how this started up as a Twitch stream and now I'm just here playing
Do you
Fortnite.
understand there are people like me who have kids who cannot eat? Do you understand there are people like me who go hungry the last week of the
You know why this rant is... She's in tears, crying, probably traumatizing her children. What do you think her children are saying? Her children are watching her cry and yell on Instagram, okay? Because they think that Trump is gonna kill her and steal her money and stuff. When that is not happening. Like, this is a
Trump ban
meltdown
pronoun.
fully and completely based on Democratic propaganda.
just so my kids can't eat because SNAP benefits is all we can get. I need somebody to please tell me he's lying.
I love how she decided to fight ghosts on Instagram instead of actually listen to what the president said.
I can't.
Me shadowboxing because I don't watch what the president
It's
said.
like there is something just strangely funny. Like, I know it's dark and I shouldn't be laughing at her misery here or anything, but there
you're
is something
juggling.
just
Okay, we
slightly
go.
and oddly funny about someone crying over demons that she invented in her own brain. Literally making snow angels on the floor.
Oh, fuck.
Oh well.
I'm guessing
Alright,
if I doing like
ladies.
sword
Alright,
only or
girls.
something.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Is this what you voted for? And you know the funny thing is, this is only gonna traumatize more people. Like, this is just gonna get propagated and pass more information to more people.
I
so
love
it basically goes on from
This is like, it's actually, it's kind of sick in a way. Like, these people are, they're spreading around misinformation like it's a virus.
There she has what appears to be a panic attack for the next, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, with the caption right there on her video, "Is this what you voted for?"
Oh, never mind. I forgot. They're not allowed to listen to the president because, according to the media, everything the president says is a lie. So, well, you're stuck in that loop. The president's always lying, and you can only trust us, and then they lie. So what are you gonna do? How are you gonna fact check the person that tells you that everyone else is lying?
Filming yourself while having a panic attack feels a little calculated, but I guess if you're relying on those benefits.
Yes, it's called, virtue signaling. It's for attention, correct. Yes, it's for attention. It's an attention whore situation.
You would feel panic. There were others out there who filmed themselves just talking crap on Trump supporters.
Shout out to every mother.
Let's go.
With a sandbag for brains who voted for Donald Trump to make your groceries cheaper. EBT as of today is frozen. Now you can't buy groceries at all, dumbass.
Aw, the party of the party
Was
of
that a
hate
person?
just repeats their party's hoaxes and lies while taking a crap on poor people. Nice. This lady.
Listen. I am not affected as not a poor person. I'm sure that will make you feel much better if you watch this video.
Talks crap on a regular customer who patronizes her establishment
Whoa.
just because that customer voted for Trump.
We already covered a video of somebody who was like a hairdresser and made like all these posts against Trump and lost her job and ended up working at Chipotle. And her manager was a Trump supporter. Guys, this is truly. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Every single time.
Order just left out of here.
Oh shit! Thank
she's a
you.
regular customer, and that's how I know she
Thank you
voted
for
for
following.
Trump.
I appreciate that.
I said,
I was
"Hey,
wondering if
did
you were
hear?"
still here.
And she said, "What?"
Mostly
I said,
just
"Do you
talking
get food
myself,
stamps?"
but-
And she goes, "Yeah, I do."
I mean, that's
I said,
kind
"Not
of
anymore."
entirely
Go
job.
around and find out.
Entirely
bitch.
job. This is definitely not getting paid for this. And professionalism go burr.
Ha ha ha!
Just me suddenly just like,
Misinformation told me
there was
that
still a
you're not
person
gonna
there.
have food stamps anymore. Ha ha ha! And then I went to
I
social
wonder if
media
I, like,
to
gameplay-
flex my
Ooh.
stupidity so everyone can make fun of me. Guys, listen. This is not an instance
Yay.
of me talking about random people and making fun of them.
Done.
No, this is them putting the clown makeup on for my entertainment. Of course I'm gonna call them a clown. A clown. People are
Okay.
actually suffering.
Not
Bro,
that bad.
people are actually suffering. People are actually suffering. Dude, it's great.
Very classy. Hopefully that customer sees this video and stops giving this demonic woman money. So this latest Democrat hoax has caused so much chaos, so much confusion, so much heartache and pain by a lot of confused folks out there. And by the way, the media
Well, I
has had the
appreciate-
audacity
I
to
realize
report
it's
it as
it,
though
but
Trump caused the chaos.
Thank you
Is
again
anyone else
for
having
the follow, and I'm
Trump
glad
did.
that you're
Trump
enjoying
did
what
it
you're
for sure.
watching.
flashbacks to his
And
first
don't
term? This
even
is their
sadly know what I'm
exact
doing.
playbook.
Good
So
stuff.
here's
I mean, don't you know that Trump is literally the guy that caused COVID? That's a real true fact. That's why they had to. That's why we had to vote Trump out. That's why Trump couldn't win again in 2020. He caused COVID. He fucked a bat in China or something.
paying into the media and the Democrats today for pushing it
Where
and
they
telling
at?
them what the freeze actually affected. You might be shocked at the truth.
And I'm restating right now to correct any confusion that the media has purposely and somehow for whatever reason created Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid have not been affected.
Oh, so he literally said this shit is not happening, and people are still having meltdowns because he can't believe the president. But the president can't believe him.
Any action we're taking in any way, shape, or form. We are merely looking at parts of the big bureaucracy where there has been
These must be bots.
tremendous
This is-
waste and fraud and abuse. In that process, we identified and stopped
Yeah, it seems
$50
like it.
million of condoms going to Gaza.
$50 million being sent to Gaza
Yeah,
to
that
buy
was-
condoms for Hamas.
Hey Biden, why were
Well.
you sending $50 million of condoms to Gaza? Kind of a weird money spending. And then you show this to the leftists. Not all the leftists, obviously, but the ones that are eating the fucking brainworms, and they're just like, he's canceling Medicaid. He's canceling Medicaid. It's over. Meanwhile, he's canceling a budget of
He's
$50 million
canceling
of condoms
Medicaid.
going to Gaza.
That's insane.
And you know
Why?
what's happened
What
to
type
them?
of spending is
They've
that?
used them
As bombs.
as a
Bombs.
method of making.
They put
That's
fire
crazy.
gasoline and shit in those condoms. They use them as balloons and fly them into civilian places.
Making bombs.
That's
How about
insane.
that?
So
Cool,
in
huh?
other words, what Trump repeated is that the federal freeze in spending did not affect any program that provided direct benefits to Americans.
So
Oh,
this
so
is
that's what
all
he was saying.
fear
Cool.
mongering and people losing their mind over Trump stopping $50 million of condoms going to terrorists. I'm just saying, retardation has never been this funny. We are living in a glorious era. Anyone that invested in retardation while it's small, holy shit, you're making stonks today.
Including SNAP benefits, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, etc. There was, however, a pause in federal funding for $50 million worth of condoms sent to Egypt and then Gaza.
Pretty crazy.
Condoms which were apparently used to rig explosive devices. I gotta say, that's pretty clever and resourceful. And of course, there was a pause in DEI training contracts, specifically $181 million worth of them.
Either that or it's embezzlement. I'll let you decide. buddy. I'm
Wow,
not a
that's
fact on the
embarrassing.
ground journalist here. I'm not going to say that $181 million is allegedly being spent on DEI training context. I'm just saying it could be embezzlement, but
Yeah,
no
$50 million
way.
of
No way they would do that
condoms was being
because they're
sent to
politicians, and
Gaza. I
politicians
believe
are
that's what
known
was
to
being
not
said
make money. That's what
under
politicians are
Biden's
known for.
administration.
As well
I
as
am a
causing
Kiwi.
some
Don't
funding
entirely
to the
know what the
World
American
Health
government is doing.
Organization, which
But
helped
specifically
to
for
cover
that,
up the
what the
origins
actual
of
fuck?
COVID-19, which,
$50
by the
million
way,
of
the CIA
dollars of
under John
condoms.
Ratcliffe recently admitted likely came from a lab. Wow. Shocker. So the
Oh,
Trump
it was
administration
a person
tried
named
to nip
follower,
this
I
hoax in the
see.
bud yesterday, but it has since grown like
But yeah,
California
50 million.
wildfires because
50 million of condoms, which is crazy.
Oh, shit.
as well, they still control the media.
There's only uncertainty in this room.
Not for long, baby. I don't think anyone controls the media. I think the media is cooked. The media is dead. Anyone that still listens to the media, they're a fossil, a thing of the past.
Amongst the media.
Yeah,
There's
which
no
is
uncertainty
crazy.
in this
Like
building.
listening
So let me
to
provide the certainty and the
YouTubers,
clarity that all of you
influencers.
need. This is not
They're
a
the people with the
blanket
power
pause
nowadays, which
on
is crazy.
federal assistance
I want to
in
be a
grant
voice of
programs from the
stupidity
Trump
on the internet.
administration.
That's why I'm here,
Individual
to play video
assistance.
games
I
and
love that they literally needed to
weaponize the
repeat
power
this
of
shit
Peppering
because the
Falling.
retard's
Peppering.
fear-mongering actually was winning out in leftists' brain rot circles.
That includes, I'm not naming everything that's included, but just to give you a few examples, Social Security benefits, Medicare benefits, food stamps, welfare benefits, assistance that is going directly to individuals will not be impacted by this pause. And I want
All these things that you're freaking out about is not actually happening. But none of them are going to watch this, and they're all just going to continue freaking out, which is
Yeah, this is definitely a
hilarious and
person.
good
I
content
should
for me. So I'm
I
not
should have
taking
been
the blame.
more
On
careful
the
about what I
one
was
hand,
doing.
Am I upset that there are millions of people losing their mind, freaking out over misinformation?
I kill bots
No,
and then get
because
killed
they
by
are giving me
people.
content. We have to recognize that I am the main character in this story, and your misery will pay my rent.
I want to make that very clear to any Americans who
Subscribe for future misery.
watching
Yeah,
at home
practically what
who
Nox
may
is
be a little
saying.
bit
Just
confused
need
about
people
some
to
of the
follow me
media
so that I
reporting.
can have
This
so I can
administration,
get
if you're
paid by
receiving
Twitch to
individual
just sit here
assistance
and
from
play
the
video
federal
games.
government, you will still continue
That
to
is easier
receive
than
that. However,
doing
Okay, so
skilled
before
labor.
she continues talking about the memo sent to OMB and then rescinded, I'll get into that in a second. She said yesterday that none of these direct programs would be affected, but the media decided to report the exact opposite.
Now let me try to understand why would the
Get
media report
Todoroki
the
is fighting
opposite of what's
Goku
actually
with an
happening?
all-night
I'll give you several
backpack.
options. Option one, they hate Trump and they just want to make shit up because they want you to also
Fortnite.
hate Trump. That's a valid
I
one.
love
Option two,
Fortnite.
fear mongering.
It's so
They feel like this
stupid.
is the little bit of power they actually have. Option three, they want to share the misery of their waning power with people that still actually think they have power. And option four, retardation. And option five, all of the above.
Every single Democrat politician that was facing the media said the
That's pretty
exact
much
opposite,
shame.
causing extreme
This is
chaos and
because that's his
causing
hero
even
outfit, right?
Content. She meant
Not
content.
just like
more
sports
mental
pistol thing.
distress among their voters than they already experience.
that is something that President Trump
Oh,
campaigned
thank you.
on.
I'm glad
That's
that
why
you're.
he has launched
I
Doge,
hope that
the
I'm being
device.
Wait, so
entertaining
he
enough to
kept
stick
his
around.
word?
Because
That's
I'm
weird.
mostly just
President
rebooting
keeping their
Nuts'
word.
content
That's
at the
unheard
moment.
of.
Of government efficiency, who is working alongside OMB.
There
And that's
we
why
go.
OMB
Did it
sent out
again.
this memo last night because the president signed an
Time
executive
to dive into
order
another person.
directing OMB to do just this. And the reason for this,
Trump, let's not send $50 million worth of condoms to terrorists. Blue-haired women on TikTok. No! They're taking my money! We can't afford food! This isn't a broken telephone. This is retard telephone.
this is to ensure that every penny that is going out the door
Next is
is
crazy.
not
I
conflicting
am
with the
blue-haired
executive
people on
orders
Twitter.
and actions that this president has taken. So what does this pause mean? It means no more funding for illegal DEI programs.
I love how she said illegal DI programs because Trump shut that shit down. Oh, the orange man.
It means no more funding for the Green New scam that has cost American taxpayers tens of billions of dollars. It means no more funding for transgenderism and wokeness across our federal
Wow, that
policy
was
and agencies. No
nice to
more
meet you,
funding
Jay.
for Green New Deal
Have fun.
social engineering policies. Again, people who are
I
receiving
missed you
individual
for when you're back.
assistance, you will
Or at least
continue
once
to
you're
receive
back, I
that.
hope you'll say
President
something.
Trump
That
is
was
looking out for
incredibly
you by
embarrassing. I
issuing
just
this
forgot how to
pause,
shoot.
because he is being good steward
Damn.
of your taxpayer dollars.
So to recap, Trump won the election for a number of reasons, one of which was cutting wasteful federal spending. The Office of Management and Budget, through which
Oh, that was
every federal
embarrassing.
budget emerges,
Incredibly
at Trump's
embarrassing.
direction, sent out a memo freezing all federal spending in order to properly vet future spending commitments. This memo specifically protected every single direct assistance program. What's so sad about this whole thing is if Americans just directly listened to the Trump administration, to
Listen to someone that's not your echo chamber. That's crazy.
his spokespeople, there would be none of this chaos,
Wow.
none of this confusion. This is
With all due respect, I do appreciate your insight, but I completely disagree. Keep listening to the echo chamber. Don't pay attention to anything that this very nice lady with the orange hair is telling you, okay? Don't listen to her. Pay no attention. Keep listening to your propaganda. In fact, I urge you that if you do have meltdowns, please keep posting those meltdowns. I'm sorry. I don't think we squash this discussion with debate and wholesomeness. No, we squash this discussion by throwing tomatoes at clowns.
Damn.
This is my opinion. I may be
Wow.
radical in my ideas, but I think that we should be making fun of these people more, not less. So please continue broadcasting your stupidity, so eventually we can destroy it completely. Thank you so much. Subscribe for future stupidity.
This is a hoax intentionally perpetrated by the media, by the Democrat-aligned media.
Yes, let them keep doing this. I don't think you understand. I am fully on a different path than you. I do not want Disney to say, oops, I'm sorry, and then somehow change all their shit. No. I want them to blow up a little more.
Damn,
I don't
my
want,
PC
I don't want
trying.
the media to just oopsie and then start actually broadcasting, 70% misinformation instead of 90% misinformation. No. I want them to completely explode. I'm sorry, I'm maybe a radical in this way, but fuck, man. Yes, keep giving me content. Yeah. Don't let them slither off into an alley because, at least they're now only 60% misinformation instead of 70%. No. Complete downfall. If they broadcast this shit, let them put their balls on the line. And I will be there sharpening my, my testicle guillotine, which I totally have.
Yeah, which is
guillotine.
It's gonna be great.
Which is
Very cool.
99% of it. Here's Caroline Levitt actually starting to lose her
Okay,
peace.
let's
I should
try
never be sick.
this again.
Whenever I'm sick, I'm meaner. All right? I'm feeling better, but
I am
still
not
sick.
doing
It's
good
not
at Fortnite
fair.
tonight.
I don't want people to know about the testicle guillotine
Yeah,
yet.
thanks for stopping by, Jim. I appreciate it.
So that there is
You guys have some company here in
no
chat?
confusion within this bill.
There's
Good on
no
you checking out your trash.
confusion. The confusion purely was
Better at that than I
created
am.
by evil people twisting reality to fearmonger.
I know there is, again, a lot amongst the media and those who don't seem to just be able to read a memo and take it for what it is. It's very clear. This is a temporary pause on federal funding to ensure that tax dollars are not funding things that this president has signed out of law. So the Green New Deal, DEI, etc. As I said repeatedly yesterday.
I love how it's like so basic and repeated so many times, and yet no one will ever believe it because ultimately no one will ever listen to this. Like, you gotta realize, there's a whole fucking subset of American brain rot children that are actually getting their news from terrorist propagandists like Hamas Piker. Like, you gotta realize what's going on.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Double down on the fact that Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, which I'd like to be clear on that today, welfare benefits, individual assistance, food stamps, etc., will not be impacted. So the American people should not be confused about this.
So it's the media that's
the thing that's not getting paid is literally something that is not affecting anyone at all, aside from maybe people that want safer sex in Gaza or free balloons for their bombs.
confused. The American people should not be confused along with them. Of course, they're not confused. They're lying. Now the
Well, yeah, no one's confused. You have people that know the truth, and you have people that believe the falsehood, and it's very fun.
JB Pritzker clip is interesting because Pritzker mentioned that the
sword
portal
or
was down for Medicaid. An interesting.
God, oh my God. See, this is fear-mongering. Classic fear-mongering. Trump is like, the government is spending a lot of shit in places where it shouldn't belong. It's crazy. It's insane. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't understand. I don't know. They're buying me medium-sized condoms when I clearly need the magnums. I don't know. They're doing all sorts of shit wrong. We're gonna fix all of it. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna make Mexico pay for my magnums. And somehow people hear that and freak out and believe that their Medicaid is stopping.
Rumor has circulated on X today that employees at the Medicaid and SNAP offices took down their websites in order to help coordinate this hoax.
That's despicable shit. The Medicaid people colluded with the fucking news companies? Bro, there's no fucking way the corruption goes so deep.
Crazy. Cool.
Medicaid took down their website to fearmonger people into thinking Trump is evil. There is no way that's true. There's no way that's true. I am shocked every time I think I hate the media. I don't hate the media enough. I don't.
RFK Jr. Senate
Media just
confirmation
does
hearing
something
today
even
as
crazier.
Secretary
That
of Health
is
and Human
insane.
Services. The issue of Medicaid came up once again.
We need to figure out ways to improve care, particularly for elderly, for veterans, for the poor in this country. And Medicaid, the current model is not doing that. I would ask, any of the Democrats who are chuckling just now.
So while RFK Jr. was talking about how Medicaid should be improved, Democrats Democrat senators were laughing, and so he directly calls them out for laughing.
Democrats who are chuckling just now, do you think all that money, the $900 billion that we're sending to Medicaid every year, has made Americans healthy? Do we think it's working for anybody?
Well, I mean, honestly, I think
That's a good
that
question.
the 20% of the American population that is currently obese is doing a fantastic job.
Are the premiums low enough?
Damn.
We do need to move on.
Obviously, the answer is no. There are plenty of people who would love to have private insurance or some other form of insurance that actually provides for them. Medicaid being stretched thin by
That
illegal
fucking
immigration,
shaky-ass aim,
ain't
but
it?
still
So
got
a new
him.
Twitter account has been launched, Rapid Response 47.
was
Kind of
probably
sounds
a
like
bot.
maybe a heartburn
Already level
medication.
72,
47
crazy.
obviously meaning it comes from the Trump team. They made a fire post today recounting all the latest hoaxes. They've had 9 days
Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me.
to come up with new hoaxes, and you won't believe how many they've come up with. The first one obviously is the one we covered in this video.
They need an entire fucking social media team devoted to debunking hoaxes that are actively being pushed by propagandists trying to fearmonger leftists into thinking Trump is coming for their testicles. Do you understand the level of brain rot that is going on?
That is
I mean, yes,
insane.
the content is good, but goddamn.
Fucking hilarious
Oh my
and
Lord,
insane.
that's crazy.
Chris Murphy, Jasmine
We
Crockett,
killed
of
2
course,
people.
plenty of other people. Media outlets claim that Trump's
By 2
directive
people,
to
I
pause
mean,
radical,
I'm pretty
wasteful
sure.
government spending means an end to Medicaid, food assistance, etc., etc. Of course, no, it doesn't. Fact: Office of Management and Budget memo is right there. No, any program, blah blah blah. We showed you that earlier. It's obviously a hoax. Pritzker of Illinois, man, he's really trying to get into the news. I do think he's going to try and make a run for it in 20.
Oh my fucking God, dude. This clown show is gonna be the next presidential candidate. Come on, Democrats. Democrats, you got 4 years. You gotta fucking build somebody that isn't one of these fucking losers. Stop. Come on.
Wait, why don't
He
they no
claimed
build?
falsely that ICE agents had conducted an immigration raid at an elementary school.
Good. You want violent illegal immigrants in elementary schools? Like, dude, this is the craziest shit in the world. They're coming into our churches to take away rapists? That's insane. I've never heard of it. We want our rapists in the schools, in the churches.
This prompted a bunch of TikTok meltdowns of little kids getting taken away by ICE. All of that's complete bullshit. It was actually Secret Service that was investigating a threat completely unrelated to immigration.
Bro, you think Kamala's gonna run again? There's no shot. There is no shot Kamala is running again. She's gone. She's going to disappear from the media. We will never hear from her again. There is no way.
That needed access temporarily to that campus. Also, just in time for the RFK Jr. Senate confirmation hearing, there is a physicians advocacy group that was widely cited as opposing Trump's nomination of RFK. This advocacy group is really just an astroturf partisan organization funded by prominent left-wing donors. Looks like apparently Bill Gates is one of them. And again, that's in his first week and a half. So
It's crazy. The fact that there's an entire thread of hoaxes that were invented in the first week is insane. And also great content. Subscribe for more hoaxes.
if you thought in Trump's second term that the Democrats were finally going to realize that the grift is over, stop lying, the people see...
Dude, people know. Why do you think Trump won? Genuinely. Everyone complains about different reasons why Trump won. The Democrats were too woke and the Trump people were too censored. And Trump looks honest. He says things that it feels like he actually means. And
Where
so
did that
far,
person go?
he kept his word in office. And the fact that
They
I
just ran
can't
away.
remember the last time a president actually did that is insane.
Through your bullshit. Nope,
Not
it's
interested
just
in
getting
fighting
started again. Buckle up for more of this nonsense and
Yeah! More chaos, more content. We take those. 4 years of content. Nux and Trump, 100 years, Nux and Trump content.
hopefully 4 more years of it with President Vance.
Oh, fuck. I mean, I'll be real. Vance is definitely winning. I mean, I don't want to say definitely. Lot could happen in 4 years. 4 years is a crazy time. Lots of things could happen. Mexico might even pay for the wall by then. Who knows? Colombia might be America, too. We might invade Canada. It'll be North Dakota. We're going to call Canada North Dakota. Trudeau, Governor Trudeau, I call him, because he's the governor of North Dakota. It's going to be crazy. But Vance is probably going to be the next president. Yeah, that was a good video. Damn! Dude, the meltdowns, baby! All new high of meltdowns. Subscribe for more meltdowns. I do love some good meltdowns. They make me happy. Appreciate it. The first woman president might be Republican. The first woman president will probably be Republican. I predicted this a long time ago. But anyway, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, a lot of
Appreciate you
gunfights
guys.
going
This
on.
was fun. This was great. Stay weird, fam. Subscribe for more meltdowns, more chaos, more hoaxes. We love all that shit. It makes us happy. Laughing at the misery of people.
Build further?
Quite frankly,
What
I don't
sort?
really care if we laugh at them. Like, I'm not going to sit here and virtue signal that I am a good guy. I am, in fact, a guy that just likes chaos a lot. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.
Today we're talking about a psyop. Not just any psyop, one that you've maybe never considered is actually a psyop.
Protesters invade an Echo Park restaurant, even dump red paint on the sidewalk out front. It's at least the third time. All this because the owner decided to add meat and dairy to what was a vegan-only menu.
And recently, I've been positing this question. I know that there's a level of reality to this, obviously, because people are ethical and they're moral, etc., etc., etc. But there is veganism. We're talking about veganism.
We get threatening phone calls. There's people following our trucks.
No, hey,
They're terrorizing our local farmers.
I made a lot of content around vegans. I made videos with the vegan teacher. She's a huge bitch, by the way.
I mean, hey, after all, I agree with you. We should always see the good side of people. For example, Hitler.
I tried to be as cordial as possible. Didn't work out for me. Didn't work out for me. Seems like that doesn't work out, being nice to people. She's completely addicted to the internet. She obsesses over every single comment. She can't put her phone down. She posts so many times a day, and most of her posts are just responses to comments. Like, it doesn't, this is her job, but it shouldn't be. She should be doing something else. This is a complete and total waste of human life. We have a lot to cover, so if you're a vegan, I recommend just commenting now, saying how much you hate me, that you're unsubbing, etc. But we're gonna be talking about some really interesting, fun stuff. And by the way, I do not hate vegans. I just don't like them. Just kidding. No, I don't. There's, yeah, it's truly just a joke. I'm not one of those guys. But hospital admissions in England due to vitamin and mineral deficiencies seem to have surged in recent years, according to some very reliable headlines. Very reliable. This is an extremely reliable news source. This coincides with the rise of veganism in the West. I'm gonna call it Western veganism, is what I'm gonna call it. Okay, because not all veganism is created equal. Oreos and pasta are vegan. Let's be real. Along with Western veganism, it is also important to talk about the fact that correlation does not mean causation. I learned that in, I think, fucking elementary school. Regardless, the correlations and just the negative press that vegans are constantly getting has sparked some concerns. It's like a trend. Is it a trend? Is there a nutritional adequacy of plant-based and diet-heimers? No, I don't know. I really don't know. What about carnivore people who just eat meat? I know a guy who went on a carnivore diet and had a heart attack like 3 months later, and he wasn't even that old. He's still alive, fortunately, but I don't know anyone who went on a vegan diet and did anything except for just become a fucking raging bitch. No heart attacks though. I'd rather have a friend that's an asshole than a friend that's that's dead. The point of this video is sort of granular, all right? It doesn't really make a lot. It's just, we're positing a psyop. Is veganism a psyop to make people weak and lame and defenseless, all right? Since they can't take our guns, they take away our meat.
It's disgusting.
How could you? 50% facetious, by the way. We're positing. This is what these videos are all about. I halfway believe that promoting vegan influencers and the poorly planned diets that a lot of them peddle could be some kind of deliberate attempt to weaken people, or it's an unintended consequence of people just doing things for money, it seems like. I really don't know.
Doing
Today
things for
we're
money,
talking
that would
about
make
the
sense to me.
vegan psyop, specifically Western vegan militant activist and freakazoids.
It's not personal. It's not about targeting
Boy,
a small
howdy.
versus big business. It's about
He
picking something
won.
that we can win, right, as we're working on.
Over the last decade, the vegan movement has
Octopus driver.
witnessed a fairly significant escalation in the
Gotta get linked
intensity
to overconfidence
and frequency
sometimes.
of activism, or at least what is made visible to the public through social media, through sharing social media. The militant activism and militant veganism and the protection of animals, PETA, I mean, they started off, I'm pretty sure, as a terrorist cell. So, like, that's, bio, whatever it's called, yeah. And then there's a lot of vegan activists who have been very vocal for a very long time. Misanthropes.
Every day, 3 million animals are murdered in France.
Gustafsson thinks the attack on butcher Kasuna Stahl is absolutely justified. The fact that Kasuna is an organic butcher and cares about the welfare of the animals is irrelevant to him.
A good example of the activism that is at the forefront of people's minds would be the protests against Sage Regenerative Kitchen and Brewery in Los Angeles. Check this out.
Look at this. Vegan protesters took over a restaurant in Los
Vegan
Angeles
protesters.
after the owner announced she's adding meat and dairy products to her formerly vegan menu.
What a just kidding. She shouldn't. That's crazy. It's very aggressive. There's a right way and then there's a wrong way for a lot of people. And sure, maybe it is ethical, but like at the end of the day, who cares? I mean, I do a little bit. I won't be around that long, so. And plus, I interviewed Mr. Beast, so why should I care? I'm extremely wealthy and famous and powerful. This is sad, though. I feel bad for this kitchen. It is truly a testament to the insanity and the inability to be rational that some people have, in spite of their entire identity hinging on, I am perfectly rational. I only eat plant because living thing hurt when you cook. I am rational. That restaurant's decision to introduce meat and dairy to its menu caused controversy, and a mob of activists gathered outside the establishment to express their outrage.
What was this?
The vegans ride at 10 to noon because they're tired.
Hey.
They don't ride at dawn. Get it, guys? Get it? Us hunters rise at 4:30 a.m. and then don't shoot anything and then go to sleep and then sleep for the whole day because they have a terrible migraine because they woke up too early. That's what us hunters do. In June 2023, activists stormed the Sage restaurant and they threw fake blood, which just seems like, why would you even do this? What is that? Paint? That's beet juice. That's blood of their plants.
That's blood of those who they worship.
That's a testament right there. That's so funny. At least they believe in something though, right? At least they have faith in something, but it's like meaningless and moot and small. Ooh, that's not fake blood. What is that? What are those? That's
blood?
vegan blood right there. That's vegans like bloodletting, just, and it's like fucking comes out like fucking dirty. What does that look like? Tomato soup? They fucking, it's savory, dude. It's really savory. Just. These incidents at this single restaurant in Los Angeles are not isolated, by the way. We talked about vegan booty being a terrible person. It happens a lot in Australia. Australia has a very strong vegan activist movement. They employ disruptive tactics. They chain themselves to vehicles at busy intersections. I feel like this is something that everyone goes through for a short period of time and then grows out of. Is that bad that I feel like that's something they're going to grow out of? Whenever I see someone in my personal life, and by the way, have never been wrong. If you're not making money off the internet from being vegan, the level of discipline that is required, the level of self-motivation that is required is very difficult. And I'm talking like 1%er of 1%er of 1%er can actually do it. People who are very intelligent and deserve nothing but respect can do it in real life, off camera. If your friends watch Dominion and go down a rabbit hole, they'll be vegan. They'll be vegan for like 6 months top, maybe a year and a half, or maybe until they get out of college and then they're no longer part of a collective and then their minds will, you know what I'm saying? You guys have experienced it. I have like 5 friends who have done that exact same thing in just slightly different ways. And I love them, by the way, and they're very rational people. I'm not trying to shit on them. It's just, you know, it is important to admit certain things that feel important are just fads. They're just fads. It's nothing more than just wanting to feel a certain way at a certain time, and that just kind of helps you. By the way, the chaining in Melbourne, Australia resulted in 38 arrests and caused, you guessed it, significant disruptions in civilian traffic. The vegan soft, the tip of the vegan
and, you know,
spear,
I just kill anybody and I'm just like, I use
spear. They frequently conduct raids on meatworks across multiple Australian states, and they demonstrate levels of organization and coordination previously unseen in the activist movement. Look at them. Oh my lord. No evil can last forever. Yeah, everyone will die. Did you guys know that? This is a peaceful protest. It does look peaceful. See, these people look very peaceful. You know, this guy especially. Like all these people, I'm sure I would get along with them until they start yapping and talking, and then I would just listen, and I would still get along with them just fine because I'm a human being and I respect people. I'm not a shit starter on YouTube. I pose as I pretend to be that, but like really though, it's mostly jokes. I really don't care that much. But also, veganism is a psyop, and everything you believe is not real, and is a total lie. And there's like empirical evidence of it. There's not any empirical evidence. I meant to say empirical evidence. I just seem like an idiot now. So, anyways, farmers in particular are feeling the vegan psyop more than ever.
Farming and meat organisations have met with counter-terrorism police in response to the growth of the movement. The National Pig Association tells this programme its members can't sleep, with activists allegedly turning up at farms and slaughterhouses at night.
I believe it is a psyop, by the way, to usher in lab-grown meat. I don't think that anyone would ever want to eat meat grown in a lab. And I think that a lot of people becoming really angry and vegan is a great way to force the average consumer to just do that, which there's nothing wrong with that. Average Joe Schmo, I feel like, should probably just eat meat. If you're completely detached from the process of life and death, and you've never like seen an animal or held an animal in your like you just grew up in, let's say, Philadelphia, for example, and you think non-ironically that meat comes from the grocery store, or at least you thought that until you were 25, then you have no right to consume living things, in my opinion. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you just don't have like a right to, you know, it's just purely a privilege, which you should be able to enjoy. I mean, you're a first world country, whatever. But it makes sense, though. It makes sense. I feel like I'm schizo right now, dude. Feel bad for the schizophrenic people I just called out. Sorry about that, schizo friends. Sorry about that. Had a little bit of that at one point, pre-drum. Not really, though. Turns out something else. Anyways, farmers report feeling threatened by vegan activists to invade their land and disrupt their operations, which that happens a lot outside of America. It doesn't happen that much in America, it seems like.
I think with that gift, I'm going to take a quick break and make some food because I'm quite
300
hungry.
of their chickens
Thank you very
actually
much for stopping
suffocate
by.
as a result
Hope
of this
everybody
farm
has
invasion.
a lovely
And
day. I'll be back live in a
potential
little bit.
health
I just
impacts
wanna
of the family
make some food.
feeling incredibly unsafe and
Anyways, it was a
intimidated
pleasure to
on
meet you,
their
Jay.
own
Thank you
property.
so
The
much for
National
stopping
Farmers
by.
Federation in
Bye,
Australia,
everyone.
for
I'll be
example,
back
has
live soon.
criticized activist maps that expose factory farms